Bless you.
We're live.
Spirits with spirits.
Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to season 3, episode 17, Cryptids Part 8. This is Spirits to Spirits with your hosts, John Watkins, and your host with the most, Mr. David Lowe.
What's up, everybody? Thanks for joining us for this special episode of Cryptids of Mexico, as it turns out, because we found a lot of them. Bro, how you doing?
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Kiss this. What do you want, Dave? What do you want?
What do I want? I want to tell everybody about Spotify for podcasting.
Huh. Well, Spotify for podcasting is a great place to start your own podcasting careers, Dave. I've had way too many cervezas already, but they're a great place to not just start your Spotify career or podcast career, but they put you in places like Spotify, Google Podcasts, Breaker, Pocket Cast, Radio Public, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, and even Amazon Music. There's tons of places these guys provide for you, and it's all brought to you by Spotify for Podcasters. It's a great startup. It's a great way to continue. As you continue on and gain more fans and followers, they actually help you with more sponsorship. So not only are you great with starting off, it's also great to keep on going with them because, man, what other company out there puts you out there not just on their stuff, but they put you out on everybody else's stuff for completely no charge. So thank you for Spotify for podcasters.
Yep. They're awesome. And I gotta thank them for the 4K lowdown too, because we're growing exponentially on the 4K lowdown. It's been pretty awesome.
That's freaking amazing.
So you guys definitely check it out.
Yeah, check them out. Check us out on Spotify, of course, or whatever your favorite podcasting listening places that you like. We are everywhere. And of course, we want to thank StreamYard. StreamYard is what allows us to do the multi-stream here to where we're available on our Facebook Spirits to Spirits page, our YouTube Spirits to Spirits with John and Dave, and of course Twitter Spirits to Spurt. We're live there in multiple different places all at one time, so we wouldn't be able to do that without StreamYard. So thank you for StreamYard for that. And of course, thank you to Scare Network for allowing us to be part of that Scare Network family, man. If you guys haven't checked out Scare Network yet, go check them out. It is a subscription service, but it's not going to cost you an arm and a leg. It might cost you a fingernail. It's $4.99 a month, which is pretty cheap. I mean, that's cheaper than Apple TV. So but Apple TV doesn't do what Scare Network TV does, Dave. On their annual subscription, they're not saving you $20. They're not saving you $20. You can sign up for scarenetwork.tv for $40 for the year. That's a $20 savings for the year. And they have tons and tons of stuff. They have, of course, us, which, we're amazing. I think we are like, the cat's meow. I mean, if you're gonna get Scare Network TV, it should be for us. But if you don't just like us and you like other stuff, they have true crime documentaries, they have paranormal documentaries, they have old school classic horror movies, they have independent films, they have 80s what I like to call B-reel movies. They have tons and tons of stuff on there.
¿Dónde estás?
So go check out Scare Network. They're freaking amazing. Where are you?
Like, where are you now? And
Torturer.
Mine is a torturer. So, in case you guys haven't realized, John's Ovulus setup in GhostTube is in Spanish. So he is going to get the Espanol version because we're talking about Mexican cryptids. So we've already had some really good responses from our Scare Network TV episode. I hope you guys can check that out. Our exclusive content will be available this week. But we're here to talk about 3 different cryptids.
Yeah, 3. I talked about this last show. I think this might be one of the better scoring cryptid weeks that we've had in quite a while. And
Asesinado.
Just to go off of Scare Network, we've already set the bar, bro.
We have.
Asesinado, murdered.
We murdered the bar, bro.
We murdered that bar.
Now, I'm really anxious for Cryptids Part 9 because we've got some good stuff there. But yeah, I think these are going to be some good scores this week, bro.
Yeah, Cryptids Part 9 is going to be amazing.
Yeah.
So, Cryptids we're talking about for Cryptids Part 9, but the Cryptids in Mexico, this is...
Yeah, this is crazy.
This isn't... We're not talking about Chupacabra. We're not. No.
Oh, no.
No. We're talking some beasts here, Dave. I think these are beasts of the cryptid world. I think we're gonna be shocked on how well these score. I think.
Yeah. Speaking of which one do you want to start with first?
Oh, that's a hard one. I think we got 3 good ones. We got Lechuza, Huay Chivo, and Nagual.
Yeah.
Lechuza, I think, is my favorite one. I think that is my favorite one of the night. And for some reason, I like eating my dessert first.
I like the Nagual. That's my pick this week.
Like Nagual.
I like the Nagual. I'm really intrigued with the research and the evidence that I grabbed with the Nagual. The Lechuza is really nice too. The Huay Chivo is kind of surprising. I didn't expect it to do well, but it's got some good stuff.
And
there's some crossover here.
Yeah,
with
the
Huay Chivo, and I think a lot of it with the Nagual too, but especially with the Huay Chivo, there are pictures of the Huay Chivo that we have used for other cryptids.
Abused.
I'm sorry. I know we're abusing it, but
yes,
we go by, we type in the thing, we see if there's photographic evidence, and that's what we grab. And
I'm inside it. Cocina.
In the kitchen. I'm
in the
inside
kitchen.
it.
Inside it, the kitchen. Okay, thank you.
All right.
Make me an egg sandwich because I'm hungry. But so yeah, there's some overlap. I think is what I want to say. There's some overlap with other cryptids here. Really interesting.
Hey, we've had that similarity with the rake, and other things as well.
Yes. Well, like the Tommyknocker, we had a similarity between the rake and the Tommyknocker.
Yeah, the rake and the Tommyknocker. There it is. Yeah, that was a really good similarity. That was
one that was really cool. It was kind of like, oh hey, I remember this. We thought we had this as this, and it's also here for this. So, so you guys, we take the video evidence and the sightings, the pictures, we take it at face value. What they say it is, that's what we bring up. But now that we've done probably 30 or so cryptids, we're starting to see overlap.
Yes. Yeah. Which is really interesting.
Oh, sure. Your wife is on. My wife won't come on. But no, this is not her bag. If she comes on, it's to yell at me.
No, you ain't going there.
Yeah, you are over my dead body.
Mine's different. Mine's like, okay, you go there. I'm gonna go shopping.
And speaking of which, you just got a temperature change, and that's exactly what it feels like in this room when she starts yelling at me. There it goes again. But yeah, so I like to save my dessert for last. You like to do your dessert first. Let's do the Lechuza first.
Let's
and then we'll do the Huay Chivo, and then we'll finish off with the Nagual.
There we go. That sounds like a I'm sponging what you're spilling there, Dave.
I like it when you say that, bro.
Okay, Lechuza. Ah, yes. So,
also known as the Mexican owl monster.
Yeah. So Lechuza, is it Chuza or Shuza?
It's Chuza.
Is it Chuza? Like Chuza you?
Chuza, bless you.
Chuza.
Chuza.
Run now. Interesting. So it's actually, and I don't know if my love is still listening, but it says that it's Spanish word for a type of owl, especially the barn owl that float. Yeah, owls, I guess, kind of float. I figure they're more gliding, not float. But it is a myth popular throughout the northern Mexico and Texas. As the story goes, an old woman shapeshifts into a giant owl, La Lechuza, to take revenge on people who wronged her during her life. Sometimes the owl is variously depicted as black or white, and sometimes with the head of an actual old woman. Exactly what the Lechuza does to exact revenge varies widely across tellings of stories, though most reference Lechuza carrying away unsuspecting prey to her lair. She lures her targets, often children or drunk people, out of houses by crying like a baby.
Oh, crap.
Or by swooping down on cars late at night.
Behind you.
Are claimed to protect against Lechuza, tying 7 knots in a rope and hanging it by the front door. So I know what I'm going to be doing tomorrow. Throwing salt and chili powder into the bird's face. I think that would get away.
That would hurt anybody. Oh, shit.
Shooting the bird. Yeah, that would work. Or reciting the Magnificat, which is a Christian prayer to the Virgin Mary. Amigo.
Friend.
Yeah, I love it. Thank you. I love amigo. Stories of Lechuza are thought to have been around since the Spanish colonized Mexico. The exact origin of the Lechuza legend is actually unknown, though it is possible that an actual giant owl was the inspiration for the story. Giant birds have been reported in the area, and legends from Native American tribes north of Texas also incorporate giant birds. And of course they do. That's how they got the Thunderbird. Oh, I love that picture. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Fears of the Lechuza have taken action against actual owls. In August 2014, a video of Mexican villagers interrogating and burning an owl alive went viral. I love the word interrogating.
Where have you been, Al? Who? You. Who? You. This is going nowhere. Ooh, me.
I'm sorry. I saw
waiting to happen.
Where were you at? Who? You?
Who? You? Who's on first?
Oh.
I've got a little bit of a different story, right? So the Lechuza are either shape-shifting witches or spirits in Hispanic folklore. Tales of the Lechuza are quite popular in Mexico and Texas, like you said.
Yeah.
They appear as a human-sized bird with a woman's face. According to the lore that I found, Lechuza are women who have sold their souls to the devil in exchange for magical powers.
Yes.
At night, they transform into monsters with a bird's body and a woman's face, similar to depictions of harpies in Greek mythology.
Yes.
Then they fly through the night in search of prey.
It's not for you.
I'm thankful it's not for me. When a Lechuza finds her target, she will perch in a location where she can't easily be seen and then will make either strange whistles or the sound of an infant crying. Anyone who attempts to determine where the sound is coming from is at risk of becoming Lechuza's dinner. Lechuza will then swoop down, carry off the confused and horrified individual. So it says, in some versions of the story, the Lechuza is a spirit of a witch who was murdered by locals. Her spirit returns in the form of a bird monster to get revenge. In other tales, Lechuza is a vengeful spirit of a woman who has returned from the grave to torment the living and seek revenge.
Oh.
So the most reported run-ins with the witch bird involve her swooping down at cars driving deserted roads at night.
Yes.
And I was like, oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
I like that.
So another depiction of her has Lechuza as a 7-foot owl with a woman's face who cries can be heard at night, enticing victims to wander into her clutches, but also with a 15-foot wingspan.
Yeah.
That's huge, bro.
Yeah. And let's just show that.
That's a big fucking owl, bro.
Or is that a Lechuza?
Or is that a Lechuza? But I don't know. That's pretty close to 8-10 foot wingspan right there, though.
Yeah.
Not that much. So in every version of the legend, so there's with how many versions there are and how people became in the Lechuza, if it was a servant of Satan themselves, feed on negative emotions of humans who have the misfortune of encountering her. But every version of legend, though, one thing is certain: seeing Lechuza is a bad omen, perhaps of your own death, and never something to be taken lightly.
Yeah.
Every ending to seeing a Lechuza is never a happy one. There's not. I had a great conversation with Lechuza today. He gave me great advice on the market. I'm putting $500 in Apple stocks. No, that should not. That's not happening.
Yeah. So I got something else interesting. As a witch, Lechuza possesses supernatural powers. One of the powers of the Lechuza is to summon storms. Sightings of Lechuza are believed to coincide with thunderstorms, and it's thundering right now outside my house.
That's awesome. We've been having it off and on for like 4 weeks. It's great.
Lechuza possess the power to shapeshift into bird monsters at night. Lechuza also possess the ability to disguise their voices to appear if it is the cries of an infant in order to draw human prey closer. Finally, it is believed that hearing the cry of the Lechuza is an omen that someone in the household will die, a trait more commonly found in the tales of the Banshee.
Yeah.
It also said Lechuza are immune to weapons and bullets and are possibly immortal.
It said you can shoot them though.
You can shoot them. They're just immune to bullets.
They burnt that owl, Dave. They burnt it.
They burnt it. That's not shooting. They burnt that sumbitch. I'm sure, it's like a wood chipper. Wood chipper trumps everything.
Yes. Yeah.
But yeah, it says, so defense against the Lechuza. Lechuza fears salt. Now, you talked about salt and chili powder.
Yeah.
It also says, upon hearing the call of a Lechuza, one should immediately begin cussing her out. Doing so will drive her away. Oh, one should immediately begin cussing her out.
Organo.
I don't know what that means.
Oregon.
Okay. Don't go outside to investigate hearing a strange whistle sound or the sound of a baby crying.
No.
But I love that. If you hear it, you should immediately start cussing it out.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. and it drives her off.
What's your name? Fuck you, Ezekiel. Oh.
Fuck you, Ezekiel. I talked when I was in bed with last night. Don't say my mother. Your mother.
Fuck you, Ezekiel.
Fuck you, Ezekiel.
Fuck you, Lechuza.
Fuck you, Lechuza.
Some actually believe that while the Lechuza is actually out hunting, its human body actually remains elsewhere. So
and that's not kind of an astral projection thing, right?
Yes, usually in a locked room, unconscious. Many believe that killing a Lechuza also kills the person inhabiting it, and that a special prayer can unveil the true identity of a Lechuza within a community. What did you say?
It says it's outside.
It's outside. It is thundering, Dave. It is
thundering. I'm not liking that, bro. I've been hearing owls for the last few nights too.
Now that's interesting.
That's crazy.
Can't be hurt by bullets. And
or weapons. So you can't use a sword on it or anything.
It can't be hurt by bullets, and one who attempts to shoot it and fails to kill it dies in its stead. So if you fail killing this thing, you die.
You die.
Anyone the Lechuza touches, even if it's just one feather from its wings, dies. Dreaming about the Lechuza means a family member will soon die. I'm a little worried about having a dream about an owl now.
So the Canticle of Mary, or the prayer that you're supposed to recite. Oh, wow, that's big. Okay, let me see if I can get this. My soul proclaims the greatness of the Lord. My spirit rejoices in God my Savior, for he has looked with favor on his lowly servant. From this day, all generations will call me blessed. The Almighty has done great things for me, and holy is his name. He has mercy on those who fear him in every generation. He has grown the strength of his arm. He has scattered the proud in their conceit. He has cast down the mighty from their thrones and has lifted up the lowly. He has filled the hungry with good things, and the rich he has sent away empty. He has come to the help of it.
Why is he here?
Who's here?
I don't know. Mine said disgusting when you started reading this.
It said disgusting?
Yes.
Oh, sorry. He has come to the help of his servant Israel, for he has remembered his promise of mercy, the promise he made to our fathers, to Abraham and his children forever. Glory to the Father, and to the Son, and to the Holy Spirit, as it was in the beginning, is now, and will be forever. Amen.
You said Holy Spirit.
The Holy Spirit. Yeah, baby.
Hello,
That's my Chinese coming out.
Deck the balls with boughs of hoary.
Free. Fly lice, you plick.
Oh,
So your auntie's here.
yes. Hello, Auntie. Ah.
So, okay. So there have been numerous Lechuza sightings over the centuries. There's
Yes.
a 2017 sighting in Chicago.
That's very far from Mexico.
Yeah. Clyde Lewis at Ground Zero writes about an April 16th, 2017 sighting of a humanoid owl creature one night at Humboldt Park in Chicago. Clyde tells of several witnesses seeing a 2-foot tall human-like owl. Other witnesses swore the humanoid bird was over 6 feet tall with black
Have you been before?
with huge red eyes.
Wow.
Let's see. Mike Cox writes about 3 women on their way home from San Antonio one night. Now you're getting closer. Encountering a lechuza. According to the women, they saw a very large bird come up behind them and fly past the car. The bird turned and came back toward the women. At one point, the bird kept pace outside the driver's window as the woman driver tried to outrun the bird.
Okay.
Suddenly, the car's engine stopped and wouldn't start. The 3 women sat terrified in the dark when the bird disappeared, and the driver was then able to restart the car.
Interesting. Interesting.
Another story is of several men tracking down and shooting what they believed was a lechuza. They searched and were unable to find the bird and gave up. The next morning, they set back out to find the bird, and they came upon the body of an old woman with frightening features. Her limp body was draped over a tree limb. The men believed they had actually killed a lechuza.
Oh, interesting. Interesting. So here's a story.
Te escucho.
I hear you. Thank you. So this is written in the first person. So this happened when I was only a few weeks old, and my mother decided to go to Mexico to show me to her family who lives there. My mother told me that her family decided to have a big party to celebrate our arrival. When it was over, my grandmother took my mom and I to the guest bedroom where we would be sleeping. As we got settled, my grandma's Rottweiler named Rocky came in. He didn't want to leave, so he stayed in our room. It was also hot that night, so my mom opened a sliding glass door that led to a balcony open to let some air in for the night. And we're on the second floor, so she felt safe leaving it open. Mother awoke in the middle of the night to find Rocky, typically a gentle, quiet dog, barking at the window and her wailing face down on the mattress. So, she was wailing face down on the mattress as a little baby. Rocky was barking at something out on the balcony, and when the mother turned to see what it was, she couldn't believe her eyes. Before her was a massive, hideous owl with feathers black as coal. Rocky darted for the owl, but the giant creature flew away. According according to the writer, which is the girl, the grandfather later found and cut on the baby's later found a cut on her small leg and noticed that the pillows had been thrown across the room. Today, my mother tells me that I survived a kidnapping attempt from La Chuza. Whenever I go visit my family, they always call me La Chuzita, which as a remembrance for surviving La Chuza's attempt. The real hero of the hero, though, is grandma's dog, Rocky.
En la esquina.
In the corner.
In the corner. That's not a good spot. So I've got some interesting stuff about what they do. So that, of course, we know about them like taking people. So the fearsome appearance of the Lechuza isn't the only reason to fear these flying witches. Legend states that they feast on people and they attack people in order to feed themselves. Some even suggest that these witches will go as far as to lure people out of their homes with the right noises. And we talked about that. Lechuza's talons are very large and are capable of taking a fully grown man off the ground while in flight. Sightings suggest that they can pick up and try to carry a car if they are hungry enough to do so. A Lechuza's hunger has no bounds, and she will do anything to hunt down victims for her next feast. It also says that once she has picked a victim, she will stalk that person and keep trying to draw it out.
Ooh.
Until it finally like succumbs to it. She'll just be like waiting.
Wow.
Once she picks a victim. Recent reports of Lechuza sightings also added a new aspect to the legend that wasn't there before. According to people who have claimed to see Lechuza in real life, these witches have the ability to drain a car's battery in order to render a person helpless on the road. Considering how a classic aspect of Lechuza's powers involve the ability to control thunder and lightning, there may be a connection here. Maybe these witches have a special connection to electricity. One of the more positive rumors about Lechuza deals with, people she chooses to attack. According to the rumor, imbecile, thanks. According to the rumor, Lechuza only attacks people who have done evil things to women or have evil in their hearts. If you see a Lechuza and she doesn't attack you, that means she is there to warn you of tragedy. Even so, the vast majority of people who have close run-ins with Lechuza never seem to live long after.
Yeah.
So one of the stranger aspects of the Lechuza legend is her strange tie-in with storms. Mystics believe that these owl witches are capable of causing thunderstorms out of the blue. According to Texano Tales, if you notice a strange thunderstorm pattern in your area, a Lechuza might be linked to it. No one knows why stormy weather is deeply tied to these witches or why it's linked to birds. Though Lechuza is known for having the head of a woman and a body of an owl, many sightings don't have her trademark human features. She sometimes shows up in the form of an owl the size of a human being. If you see a shadow of an owl that is abnormally tall, be careful, it could be a Lechuza in full avian form.
¿Por qué?
Oh,
I don't know why.
Why, Dave? Why?
An old school omen suggests that if you can tell a Lechuza is close by if you're hearing bird songs at night.
Do not.
Considering how unnatural this is, it makes sense. People in Mexico don't just fear running into the owl witch, they dread even hearing her call. According to legend, hearing Lechuza's call is a sign that a cherished loved one will die or that you will end up being her next meal.
She also marks her next meals by scratching the doors of her future victims.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to get a rope and tie it in 7 knots. I think
You're gonna have to do it. So it says, line your home with salt. And that makes sense if it's more of a spirit-like creature to keep it from getting into your home. And then, the cursing, don't bother with traditional weaponry. If you hear a Lechuza's cry outside or see a shadow over a large owl nearby, don't go outside. And avoid eye contact. It is believed that direct eye contact with Lechuza can give them the ability to steal your soul or shapeshift into you.
Oh. Wow. Not only take your soul, but shape shift into you.
Yeah. So it can steal your soul or change into you.
Wow. 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 So, all right. Here's a recent encounter. A man was driving with a
No.
friend on a dirt road. It says no.
No. And that was Spanish.
Yeah. But it was funny. The translation was "do not." It didn't say "no" meant no. So, a recent encounter: a man was driving with a friend on a dirt road just outside of El Tigre, Chihuahua.
Can you hear it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear the thunder.
Suddenly, a huge bird creature began swooping down and attacking his truck. It attacked the truck's windshield, then bounced off and fell onto the road in front of the vehicle. The man ran over the bird, then reversed over it to make sure it was dead.
Was that in the road? Let me back up and check.
When the man looked in the rearview mirror to check that it was dead, he saw the Lechuza rise up off the ground. The man immediately had a heart attack and passed away. The man's friend reported this story to the local authorities. Another Lechuza was spotted several times near Nuevo Laredo in the 1950s. The people of the town were
36.
terrified. 36. 36.
Yep. 36.
The people of the town were terrified and came up with a plan to kill it. They decided to use a small child as bait. The Lechuza saw the small child and swooped down to pick them up. The men of the town emerged with guns and shot at the creature, but only managed to injure its claw. I think this is what you're talking about. Next day, the people of the town went to see the local witch. We shot a witch. Let's go see the witch about shooting the
Let's go
witch.
see the witch and ask her about the witch.
If she knew anything about it. When they arrived, she had a severely injured leg. There
That's
was a
interesting.
there was a mass sighting of La Lechuza in 1977 in Santa Rosa, Texas. The bird was seen sitting in a tree before swooping down to one woman's front
Jeremy.
door and scratching as if it wanted to get inside. The noise attracted the neighborhood dogs, who chased Lechuza away. The next morning, all the neighborhood dogs had mysteriously died. The locals were mystified by the sudden deaths of the dogs and the mysterious giant bird. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Fuck you, dog. I'll just kill all of you.
Yeah.
Get out my way.
Yeah, no, my obvious just said Jeremy, and I just went to his funeral yesterday.
Oh shit. Oh damn. Well,
And I never got that name before. So
damn.
that was interesting.
No entiendes.
I know you don't understand. It's okay.
Hmm.
Actually, it might be you don't understand
Yeah, it's you don't understand.
because it's entiendes, which is you don't understand. If it's entiendo, it's I don't understand.
Yes. Look at Dave with his freshman Spanish.
That's right. Hola, Isabel.
Frente.
¿Cómo estás? Or as my highlight says, que lástima dos chicas en la cocina, which means what a pity there are two girls in the kitchen. And that encompasses half the Spanish I remember.
Oh man.
So weird. Interesting stuff. Now, as far as evidence, as far as sightings go, that's actually from a play or something.
Okay.
Manu, psychic.
Oh, thank you. It's from Monsters and Mysteries in America. So it's an actual show, and it was just a recreation
Huh.
of the Lechuza. But it was on the Cryptid Wiki, and that was one of the pictures I found. I'm like, okay, so it's just red eyes in the trees. And that was basically all I could find. There was like red eyes in the trees, but there was a bunch of them. I do have a couple of videos though.
What was this one that you pulled up when I was reading? Oh,
Yeah. It's basically, shape-shifting witch selling her soul for power and horror, for evil and more. You will die if you hear her crying tonight. Make sure the door has been locked tight. Let's see, sinister and murderous, a harpy of sorts. Lechuza can take the form of an owl and hunt and haunt its prey, seeking to feast on your entrails as well as your soul to give it power for its dark magic. An omen of death, evil incarnate. Size 4 to 5 feet tall, bird-like, usually taking the form of a giant owl. Immune to firearms, salt can repel a Lechuza. Also, cussing can drive it away.
I'll never have a problem with the Lechuza.
¿Dónde está?
Because where are you? We're right here.
Oh, where is it? ¿Dónde está?
Where is it? Oh, ¿dónde está? Yeah, where is it? I can be anywhere because it was found in Chicago. So, I mean, I would say New Mexico primarily in the southern states, because the sightings that I have are from like New Mexico, Arizona, Texas area.
Yeah.
And then, but then there's that sighting in Chicago, and I'm like, okay, sighting in Chicago.
But you said you had a couple videos as well that went along with Lechuza here.
Yes.
I want to take a look at those. I'll let you bring those up.
Yep.
Maximize.
All right. So let's take a look at I've got one that's two pieces that you gave me.
Yeah. That
we think it could be a Lechuza, or like we said, there's overlap. It could be something else that we did on Scare Network.
Yes.
And it just got dark in your room, bro. Did you switch a light off or?
Bruja.
What's that?
It got dark in your room. I mean, I can still see you, but it got dark.
Oh, I don't have my ring light on.
No vayas allí.
I don't know what that said.
Something about here?
Don't go there, Dave.
Don't go there.
Don't go there, Dave. Don't go there.
All right.
There we go.
Maybe they didn't want the light, but that's okay. Okay. So this one is interesting. So the first two I'm going to show you are interesting. They're more owl-like, but let's go to the first one. And I cut out the sound on this one because I really didn't like to hear him speaking. Because the woman in this was really annoying, and they were just all over the place with this. But just kind of pay attention to, there's like a pile of rubble, and they find like this giant owl underneath the rubble, and it's really interesting. So take a look at this.
¿Qué año es?
See it?
Oh yeah.
Bribed.
Definitely had an owl's face to it.
Yeah. Was doing all kinds of weird stuff, but they're like talking about it being a Lechuza, and so they're going to go back to it now, and you can kind of see it right there, and they're going to lift it up.
That looks like a young owl.
Yeah, it looks like a regular owl, but they said Lechuza, and I'm like, okay, but interesting. Now the second one, this is definitely an owl, but the owl is answering the person who's asking questions.
Oh.
And I thought this was really weird. So there is going to be audio with this. Check this out.
¿Quieres que me bañe con Luis? ¿Quieres que me bañe con Luis? Eso. ¿Quieres que desadopte a Fernando? ¿Quieres que lo desadopte? Eso. ¿Qué más? ¿Quieres que yo coma hongos? ¿Quieres que coma hongos?
You're listening.
Yes, I'm listening.
Eso. ¿Qué más? ¿Qué más? ¿Quieres que repruebe la escuela?
Iglesia.
Ay, gracias, lechuguita. No, ¿verdad que no? Eso sería imposible. No, Luis, ¿qué haces? Déjala, estamos aquí grabando. Oye, no le demuestres miedo, no inventes. ¿Quieres comer? ¿Por qué? Come. Poquito.
So that last question was, do you want to eat? And it said no. So it was saying no. Because I was like, it was answering her. And I was
Yeah.
like, okay, that was a trip. I mean, that's a regular owl, but Lechuza can transform and shapeshift into a regular size owl.
The problem I have with that, maybe I don't have
Walter.
a problem at all, Dave. Maybe I don't have a problem at all.
Oh, you have a problem, huh? Well, I'm going to make it cold in this room.
Is how I don't know how to put this.
Primo.
Cousin.
Yeah. How
Desaparecido.
I have no idea. Desperate?
to my light is flickering in front of me. Stop it. Stop it.
Stop it. I could have
Is
sworn it said Despacito, and I was like, that's a song.
Despacito.
Is that just desperate?
Desperate. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why did you come?
How
I live here.
how nicely they treat it. You know what I mean? They treated it like it was something they loved, and
Yeah, they were trying to feed it. They were asking it questions.
they definitely didn't want raw chicken.
Didn't want the food. It didn't want to go to school
No.
because escuela is school. It didn't know who Fernando was.
No.
I thought that was really weird. It said Lechuza, and I'm like, that just looks like a regular owl to me, but that it was responding intelligently to questions. I thought that was interesting.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say that's Lechuza or not. I'm just going to say that was interesting that the owl was answering the questions.
Yes. That is really cool. I mean, I think owls are smart to begin
Oh,
with.
owls are very intelligent.
But I did like.
If I hear one tonight again, I'm gonna have real second thoughts about going outside for sure.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get that rope out. I actually have more. I'll have more luck getting the salt and the chili powder than
a rope.
Than rope. Because I know where that's at. I don't know where any rope is. Bless. Okay. So let's look at this. This next one it's the same video broken into two parts. This is the one that you gave me.
Yeah.
That could be a Lechuza, could be another cryptid. Let's take a look.
Puedes repetir.
The fear.
The fear in that dude was crazy. But it looked like an old woman walking with a cane.
Almost, yeah.
And that's one of the things. Lechuza can appear as an old woman.
Yes.
So here's the second part. And I don't know. This one kind of looks more owl-like to me.
¿Cuál es la
And this is
fecha?
toward the end of that video. And you actually get some more. You get some more audio with this from the creature. Just take a look.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! That dude's not even on the road anymore. He's like,
He was like, he just hit reverse and he just crashed.
yeah.
It's like Die Hard. He's like, no, God damn it, no! They're turning my car into Swiss cheese.
That dude was freaking.
That dude was scared.
Good.
That dude was scared.
Well, Dave, do we want to go ahead and give this one a score?
Yeah, let's give this a score. Okay, so the first thing we look for is the size. And we got to say, with a possible 15-foot wingspan,
Standing 7 feet tall.
and 7 feet tall, this is bigger than human size.
Yes. Yeah.
No.
Definitely bigger than. Yeah,
And it says no.
It said no and translated to no. So no meant no on that one, Dave.
No meant no. not do not. So I got to go 6 or 7 here. And I'm kind of tossing that around. And it's the wingspan that's kind of leaning me toward a 7.
I was say we got a good
Sarah.
wingspan here. We got a up to 7 foot tall creature. We got, but most of the time seen as looks like an old woman or a regular barn owl or
Just a large owl. Yeah, large owl. But barn owls are pretty good size.
yeah. So I think I oh man, this is hard.
Yeah. Well, we got to go by the maximum potential.
Yeah, okay. Then I think I'll have to agree with you here. I think I'll have to go 7 and agree with you there. I was kind of leaning more towards a 6, but if I'm gonna go maximum potential here, I'm gonna have to go 7. And fucking my brain told my hand to write 6. That's funny. So the
We can make it 6.5 if you want.
No, 7's good.
¿Cuál es la fecha?
What is the date?
Date, yeah, fecha is date.
21st of May.
Okay, so speed. Okay, so we know the thing can fly.
Yeah. Keep up with cars.
Yeah.
As fast
as fast as a car.
Yeah, it's matching the car speed, if I remember right.
Yeah, it was like right outside the driver's window and matching the speed. So that's good speed.
That's good speed. Let's say it can move at 60 miles an hour.
Yeah. I don't know how fast that car was going, but I think the potential's there.
Yeah. So I think the speed here, I'd probably be probably around a 7. Maybe an 8. I don't think it's the fastest thing we've talked about.
No. I'm kind of down for a 7 on that. I like the 7 because I'm looking at other 7s and we've got like the Chindi, the Adlet, the Stikini.
That's yeah.
And then 8s are like the Banshee, Beast of Bladenboro, the Mo'o, Fire-Naga.
Yeah. I'd have to go 7.
Man, I think a 7's good. Okay, evidence. Now, I will say there's not a lot of evidence. There's sightings, there's written stuff.
Yes.
And I got some things. We got to take them at face value.
Yeah.
So
I'm lost.
I had 3 video clips and I had 1 picture.
Yeah.
I mean, there were a lot of pictures. It was just eyes. It was just 2 red eyes.
Yeah.
Could have been anything.
Yeah.
So I never really actually saw like a human-sized owl. I mean, like I said, the biggest owl that I ran into, and did I lose the picture?
Oh,
Yeah, I did. So there was that.
that's huge.
And I
That's a
mean, and
huge owl, bro.
that's a gigantic owl. So I can't say I'm high on the evidence.
No, I think I have to agree with you there. I think that evidence here is lacking,
Yeah.
for lack of a better word.
I'm kind of in the middle, kind of in mid-range a little bit.
I think I'm on the lower end of the mid range, though.
Yeah, I agree. I'm like 4 or 5, I think.
I was thinking a 4 is kind of where I'm sitting.
I'm down for that. Aggression. I think these are aggressive. They purposely eat you. They
Hunt children and drunken men.
Yep.
If you, yeah, I think the aggression level here is actually high.
Yeah.
They're
I'm not
aggressive.
sure how.
I don't think they're instinctual type of aggression. They are psychotic type of aggression. They're out there to kill you.
They kill you to eat you. That's
They want your soul. They want your bodies. It's very much a Wendigo type of aggression feel here. I don't think it is as aggressive as the Wendigo.
me neither. I'm kind of with you on that. So yeah, I was thinking 9.
That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna go a 9 here on the aggression level.
Okay. So let's talk about the lore. And
The lore's good.
The lore's good. I don't think it's quite as good as the one that we talked about on Scare Network,
No,
but it's good.
I don't think we're at a 10 here.
Recientemente.
Recently, yeah, we talked about that recently on
We did. We talked about it earlier tonight.
I the lore is good. I don't think it's a 10. I think we're a little bit below that, but I think the lore here is good. It dates back quite a ways.
Yeah. Even kind of a tie-in to the harpies of ancient Greece. So there's a little ancient Greece.
Yeah, I like that. I like that it's continued being discussed till today, sightings still today. Multiple stories about it. I think there's a lot going on here. I think the lore does score high. But again, it's not a 10. I want there's something missing there for me to give it a 10.
Disgusto.
They dislike it. Okay, I'm sorry that you dislike it. It's not a 10. But I think I'm at a 9 or an 8.
I think I'm at an 8.
And if I had to score it up against the one we talked about on Scare Network, 8 is about where it would lie.
Yeah.
8 it is.
All right. So sightings.
There are a lot of sightings.
Yeah. It's not great.
It's not great.
There's actually I'm kind of leaning toward the audio here. I think the audio is going to be higher. I think the sightings are good here.
Yes.
But I mean, high, middle, low, good. I'm like 6 or 7, I think.
I was probably thinking more 6 on the sightings, honestly.
Yeah. I'm down for that. Yeah, I think the audio though is good because that's the thing. It either whistles or cries like a baby and tries to lure you out.
Yeah.
That's how it kind of hooks you. So I like the audio.
Leave me alone.
That's what they it's the they hear the cry, they don't go outside, they cuss it out. I got to put that on the audio too. Them cussing at it.
Yeah.
I think the audio is really good here.
Speaking of the prayer.
Yeah. So I don't think I'm at a 10 for the audio.
I was either I think because I think I like the audio here better than what we discussed on
De
Scare
nuevo.
Network.
I'm down for that. That would make it a 9.
So I that's kind of where I'm sitting, is at a 9.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. Okay, physical.
Physical objects. Well,
Now,
of course, we're
this-
starting at a 5.
Yeah, because it'll kill you and eat you.
Yeah, multiple reports of
Um,
people being attacked by it. We have
Ayúdame.
it not just
and
attacking
we
cars,
have
but
yeah,
making
it attacks cars. You
But
said it
make
like
stop. It made the car stop.
yeah. That's
Like he didn't hit the brake, it
almost
shut the car down.
poltergeist activity. It drained the battery.
Yeah, it shut the car down until the
Yeah.
bird left, and then it started back up, and he was able to go.
Yeah, so that's object.
The scratching on the doors.
Scratching on the door. Yeah,
I think there's the physical object here again. I think the physicality of it, what it does, and the aggression level, the multiple objects it's affecting,
it steals your soul.
stealing the soul, being able to transform into you.
Yeah,
I think I
It's
don't know.
possible.
it's possible. I gotta say, considering what we gave the one on Scare Network, it's got to be a 10.
Yeah, I have to go with you there. I have to go with you there. But I was at a 10 on Scare Network. You were at a 9 on Scare Network.
No. So I mean, but that's the highest we can go. I mean, I think there's more object here
Than there
And
was on Scare Network.
Well, I think the physical matches
Prisoner.
Agree with that.
with what our Scare Network thing had.
Soul, yeah.
Plus, there's
Yeah.
draining car batteries,
Yeah.
attacking cars, scratching doors. There's object stuff here too that makes it worthy of a 10.
Yeah, I agree.
mean, that kind of makes me rethink our Scare Network one, but we'll go with that. What it says, but that makes me rethink what I did. Okay, so emotional is good here too.
Emotional is actually really good here.
Yeah. This is another, like the one we done on Scare Network. This is another legend that, Latinos are afraid of. Lechuza. They, you hear a baby crying or a whistle, don't go outside. You throw salt, you cuss it out. So there's emotional stuff here. I don't think I'm as high as the Scare Network one.
No. I think the emotional is good here. I think there's a fear factor here. If that was a video of Lechuza in where, I mean, you can hear the fear in the guy's
You can hear
voice.
the fear. You can hear the fear in that dude's eyes.
Out.
In that dude's eyes. In that dude's in voice. The shake. You can hear the fear in his eyes. I've had too much beer.
I do think the emotional aspect though here is still really good. But I think
I'm not sure how.
I'd put it more at an 8 than anything.
Yeah, I'm down for an 8, bro. Okay, danger level.
Don't shoot and miss. Holy shit.
Holy shit. Yeah, don't shoot and miss. Since it's immune to bullets, don't
A touch of a feather falling off its body will kill you.
Mm-hmm. Looking it in the eye, it will steal your soul. It hunts for food. It stalks. Once it chooses a victim, it stalks them. And does everything it can to try to get them to come out, try to lure them out.
Yes.
I mean, yeah, in particular, if you're a child or a drunk dude, you're in trouble.
Yes.
But if it's got his eye on you or her eye on you, plus you got the harbinger of death. So even if it's a good thing, you hear its cry, someone is gonna die.
Yeah, you dream about it, so a family member's dying.
I don't want to give it a 10, bro, but I don't see any reason why not.
How?
I know. I don't know how.
I have to give this a 10.
Yeah.
I can't talk myself out of giving it a 10.
Yeah, I'm trying. I'm really trying.
The more you try, the more
The more I fail
more
because I'm like,
the
damn
more
it.
stuff you find of why it should be a 10.
Again, I think this is more dangerous than the one we talked about on Scare Network. Because I mean, at least if you're thrown in the water, you have a chance to swim off.
Yes.
This one, it kills you and eats you. It eats your entrails. It takes your soul. It kills you. You're not safe.
No.
If it has its talons on you, you're not safe. And
Yes.
plus, it can lift a car
Yeah.
in flight.
Yeah.
Shit. Yeah. No, you're not safe.
No.
What else we got? What's up, Rich?
Rich, what's up? That man. Wow. Yeah, I it's a 10. It's a solid 10.
10. It has to be a 10. There's not many cryptids we've given a 10 to the danger level.
No. No.
I mean, 5 before this one. I mean,
Yeah.
you gave a 10 to the one on
Grandmother.
Well,
Abuela. Yeah.
yeah, that's
But, the adlet
Hay tres.
3.
there's 3.
There's 3. Wow. The adlet, the Thunderbird, the Rake, the Skinwalker, and the Wendigo. And then this thing.
Yeah, I think this matches right up there with I mean, yeah.
Thanks for the love, bro. Gave us some love on Facebook. So did your
appreciate it.
All right. So doing the math, as you know, I love to do. The
Sobrina. A tu derecha.
to the right.
Yeah. To the
I
right.
go, you're right.
To the right. To the left. To the
I don't know what the other one's.
I missed it. It went fast.
Yeah.
Sabrina. Sabrina's to my right. Oh,
Sabrina is to your right. That's interesting because then your REM pod should go off.
well, that's my left.
Oh, dang it. Because yeah, that's my left.
My left.
Yeah. So then you should have something on your right that should go off. You need a REM pod or something. Get 2 cat balls. All right. So the Lechuza gets a 78.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
There you go. Now it's my left. Now it's my right. That's weird.
Left. Right.
Right.
Yeah. Right.
Left.
It's weird, right? Left.
Right. It's left. Right. Oh, sorry. What's our score, bro?
I already told you, but I'll say it again. You were too busy figuring your left and right. So yeah, so the Lechuza gets a 78.
78. Wow. Wow.
Yeah, that puts it in 5th place.
Wow. That's a good score.
Good score. Right above the Yowie.
¿Quieres jugar?
You want what? Or no,
You-
who is what?
No.
Who is something?
Do you want to play?
Do you want to play? Oh,
I always
okay. Yeah,
want
quieres. Okay, I get that now.
I always want to play.
I always want to play.
Ah,
All right. Do you want to take a little break? Do you want to
Yeah.
push through?
No, I gotta pee.
We're only renting the beer. We're
Yeah,
not
beer's
keeping it.
catching up. I gotta pee. So let's take a quick break.
And then when we come back, we will talk about the Huay Chivo.
Are we doing Huay Chivo?
Yep.
Oh yeah, because you want to talk about the Nagual.
Jeremy.
Damn it, Jeremy again.
Jeremy's fallen.
Precaución.
Caution. Interesting.
It's not for you.
Interesting. All right. So come up the Huay Chivo. Let's get out of here. Take a quick break. We will be right back. We are back. Oh, no, you're not back. No,
I'm back.
now you're back.
Had a little mishap in the front yard. The
Oh,
wind decided to take one of my sunshades away.
oh no.
Yeah, so I had to go get it.
Quiero
Oh.
venir.
I want to come, Dave. I want to come. Quiero venir.
Well, bienvenidos. You're welcome to come.
I found that video. I don't want to play it, but I actually found that video of them interrogating the owl and burning it.
Oh, dude. Yeah, I don't want to show it being burned,
Where?
but
No.
I'm pretty sure it was in Mexico or New Mexico.
Yes. Yeah.
It's not going to change my score any, bro.
Oh, they actually have some stuff on the Hollering Creek. Okay, I'll get out of here because we're gonna talk. Huay Chivo. Huay Chivo. Why, Chivo? Why?
Why? ¿Por qué, Chivo? Got cold all of a sudden.
I just called me an asshole too. I'm wondering why it's in English.
Well, I'm pretty sure there's a Spanish word for that.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure it's not asshole.
No. No, man, there's a Spanish word for asshole.
Huh.
I don't know if it's bendejo or cabrón. One of the two.
It's not cabrón. It's not bendejo either.
Well, I've been called both of those, so I kind of figured one of those. But my lucha libre name is Pinche Güero, so
fucking white boy. Yep.
so the Huay Chivo is a half man, half beast creature with burning
Abuela.
red eyes. Grandmother.
Yeah, again.
And is specific to the Yucatan Peninsula.
Sister.
Mine just said sister. It is reputed to be an evil sorcerer who can transform himself into a supernatural animal, usually a goat, dog, or deer, in order to prey upon livestock. In recent times, it has become associated with the chupacabra. The Huay Chivo is specific to southeast Mexican states of Yucatan, Campeche, and Quintana Roo. Alleged Huay Chivo activity is sporadically reported in the regional press. Local Mayans near the town of Valladolid in Yucatan believe the Huay Chivo is an evil sorcerer that is capable of transforming into a goat to do mischief and eat livestock.
Huh. Interesting. Is that's very chupacabra-ish.
Yeah. So it's basically the
Aquí.
way or UA or WAAY in
Car.
does not mean car. It means sorcerer, spirit, or evil or animal familiar, while chivo in Spanish means goat. So literally meaning sorcerer goat.
The goats. Sorcerer. It's bad magic.
An evil thing.
So the story of the Huay Chivo goes, beginning in a small village nestled in the Yucatan Peninsula. The villagers there were hardworking people who lived off the land and took care of their animals. They were a close-knit community and looked out for each other. However, one day a stranger came to their village. The stranger was a tall, lanky man with a long beard and piercing eyes. He wore a tattered cloak and carried a staff made from a gnarled tree branch. The villagers were wary of him at first, but he seemed harmless enough. He claimed to be a hermit and said that he was searching for a quiet place to live out his days. The villagers took pity on the hermit and allowed him to live in an abandoned cabin on the outskirts of the village. However, as time went by, strange things began to happen. The villagers would wake up in the morning to find their animals missing or slaughtered. They would hear strange noises coming from the hills, and some even claimed to have seen a half-human, half-goat creature wandering the countryside. Villagers became frightened and suspected that the hermit was behind the strange occurrences. They confronted him, but he denied any wrongdoing. They decided to take matters into their own hands and drove him out of the village. However, the strange happenings continued, and the villagers soon realized that the hermit was not to blame. They remembered an
Sobrina.
old
I'm
legend
not sure how.
by Chivo, which was said to inhabit the hills and valleys of the region. The villagers realized that they had driven the hermit out for no reason and begged him to come back and help them deal with the Huay Chivo. The hermit agreed to help, and together they set out to find Huay Chivo. They searched the hills and valleys for days, but they could not find the creature. Finally, one night, they heard strange noises coming from a cave in the mountains. They cautiously approached the cave and found Huay Chivo inside. Huay Chivo was a terrifying creature with glowing red eyes and razor-sharp claws. The hermit approached the creature and spoke to it in a gentle voice. To everyone's surprise, the creature calmed down and allowed itself to be led out of the cave. The villagers were overjoyed that Huay Chivo had been found and captured. They thanked the hermit for his help and welcomed him back into the village. From that day on, they lived in
Sangriento.
peace, knowing that the Huay Chivo would no longer terrorize them. The legend of Huay Chivo lives on to this day, reminding the people of Yucatan to be kind to strangers and to not judge someone based on their appearance. It also serves as a reminder that sometimes the true monsters are not the ones we think they are. Gotta love a story with a good moral, Dave.
Gotta love a good moral, right? A good message that it's trying to send.
Yeah, gotta love those. I gotta do.
So they talk about the Huay Chivo as an entity which is half goat, half man. They say this was possible after the sorcerer decided to sell his soul to the devil. Says this Mayan story could have resemblance to the history of the Nagual, which we're going to talk about later, since the legend also talks about people who could become animals after having some kind of offer to beings from the beyond. The history of the Huay Chivo has several versions according to the places of the Yucatan where they're told. Although they all agree if a person comes across this being, he should avoid looking at it, so he only feels an unbearable cold and a rotten smell. Otherwise, it will give him warmth, pains, and in the end, cause his death.
Ooh.
Inhabitants of the Mayan lands assure that the Huay Chivo feeds on chickens and cattle, and that it lives in the darkest of the mountains of the Yucatan. Many people who travel at night through these areas near the state are warned to beware of this legend, because if at any time you have contact with it, the evil of the devil will be unleashed against whoever has seen it. It is said that any sorcerer can have this ability, and all he has to do is a kind of dark ritual in which he sacrifices a goat with whom he will have to follow a series of indications and procedures so that later the man overcomes becoming half of the animal that he sacrifices, and to go out and eat other living animals, as well as making all kinds of scares.
Oh yeah.
Many Yucatecans say that at some point in their lives they have encountered this being, and that they do not know if by chance of fate they came out alive, since their anecdotes are really chilling. However, while if everything they say is real or not, we recommend that those who come to this state be very careful. And there is a quote here: "Walker, take care of yourself when walking after midnight through the places where the Huay Chivo roams. For this being of darkness can let all his evil fall on you." And that article was in Spanish, translated with Google, so it's not perfect, but it definitely lays the bag of snakes out for you.
Yeah.
What's up, Tiffany?
Oh, Tiff's on. Hey, how's it going? Okay, so so in 2013, William May as Amezquita, who is now 57 years old, told his Huay Chivo story to Yucatan-based news service reporters, Hoy, which published it in an article called Escuela que vio a Huay Chivo, or in English, he surely saw Huay Chivo.
Yeah.
William saw the creature when he was still a little boy in the 1960s. He grew up in the neighborhood of Zaclan in the city of Merida, the capital of the Mexican state of Yucatan. Back then, the neighborhood was near the outskirts of town, and the local children would play in an area where there were caves near an old convent. Parents of the children cautioned them to stay away from this area, especially at night, because there were strange creatures lurking about. One night, William was walking on a deserted road near the convent, and he heard something that seemed like the galloping of a horse. He turned around and came face to face with a bizarre animal heading toward him. It was what appeared to be an upright bull running down the road like a man. The young William jumped in the bushes on the side of the road to avoid being run over by the creature, who just kept... Said, "Sure."
I got to stop you for a second, bro. Every time you start talking, your temperature thing goes off. And as soon as you stop, it stops.
I know, right? Is this weird?
That's weird. And that's a temperature drop, right?
Yeah, that's my
'Cause it's red.
temperature. This is my
Yeah.
proximity. That's all temperature.
Yeah, as soon as you talk, it beeps.
Like it's trying to shut me the hell up.
Yeah.
I ain't shutting the hell up. So the young boy jumped some bushes on the side road, avoid being run over by the creature, who just kept running down the road. When the little boy got home, his mother told him that he had an encounter with the Huay Chivo. The Huay Chivo legend goes back to the ancient Mayans. Oof.
Yeah.
What do you want?
Oh, person making the transformation is always a man, never a woman. The only harm that can cause to humans is fever and brief sickness. A bad odor is supposed to accompany the creature, and this sick air causes minor maladies in people who cross its path. The Huay Chivo of the ancient legends only harms livestock and jungle animals. So they're not necessarily man-eaters, but they
No.
can cause you to get sick.
Yeah. Well, now what I read is it can cause death if you look on it. If you look at it, the devil that's inside it can come out and attack you, but it's not the Huay Chivo that's doing it.
Okay.
So what I read, yeah, where's it at? There it is. So if a
Otto.
person comes across the being, he should avoid looking at it so he only feels an unbearable cold and rotten smell. Otherwise, it will give him warmth, pains, and in the end cause his death.
Yeah.
I hear you.
So, as a what does it say? Many who travel at night through the area are warned to beware of this legend because if at any time you have contact with it, the evil of the devil will be unleashed against whoever has seen it.
Did you read how Huay Chivo became to be?
Yeah. So it said, yeah, it said that any sorcerer can have the ability, and all it has to do is a kind of dark ritual in which he sacrifices a goat with whom he will have to follow a series of indications and procedures so that later the man becomes half the animal he sacrificed and then will go out and eat other living animals. It's basically kind of an offering to the devil, sacrificing an animal, and then with the incantations and stuff that he says, becomes half the animal.
The devil turned him into a goat.
Mm-hmm.
No es para ti.
This is not for you.
It's not for you. It's definitely not for me. I do not want to be a goat.
No. We don't want to be a goat.
All right.
A whole bunch of duplicate pictures. It's so weird.
Yeah, I saw that.
I only uploaded them once. Weird. But anyway,
I don't.
it's interesting because on the
Goodbye.
goodbye. On the one hand, it's kind of dangerous, but on the other hand, it's not really aggressive to humans.
No, it's not necessarily aggressive to humans. It's
Yeah.
more of a angry and takes its rage out on livestock for being this thing.
Yeah.
Uh
But it seems like it's the sorcerer purposely tried to be this thing, but is now angry that it's become that, or
well, the original story was a guy who was trying to catch the eye of this girl, but he was not the right social class for her, even though he was good looking, he wasn't he was poor. And she was not. Her family owned a hacienda which had lots of cattle and goats. And in a fit of rage, when he got told that by the woman, he called for the devil, and the devil appeared. And he told the devil that he wished to spend the rest of his days with this woman. And so he turned him into a goat.
Quédate conmigo.
something about with me.
Stay with me.
Oh,
Stay with me.
me. 'Cause you're all I need. Told you we were gonna start singing.
It's so, and so of course he's mad at the devil, and he said, "That is not what I meant." He said, "What you asked is to spend the rest of your life with this woman. So I turned you into a goat. You can go join her flock and be with her the rest of your days."
Mm-hmm.
And now that he's mad about that, he kills all the livestock.
Yeah. But I mean, yeah, what I'm reading is that any sorcerer can
Please go.
become a Huay Chivo.
That makes sense to me too.
Yeah, so it, that may have been how it started,
Yes.
but the spells in the ether, so to speak, so other people can come across it and actually perform the spell themselves.
But
those are the ones that are like, we want to become this on purpose.
It seems like what happened to this person in the Mayan legend and what these people, these sorcerers are doing is a little bit different, because what the devil did to this person turned him into a goat. There was no man part about it. There was no shape shifting about it or anything like that.
Why are you here?
I live here. Why are you here is the better question. But it seems like the sorcerers are asking more of a transformation in the power to be able to transform into this thing.
Right, which is making them kind of like almost a lycanthrope, like a werewolf almost, only it's a goat.
Obsesionado, hunted. Yes. Yes, hunted. So it kind of seems like it's not necessarily two different beginnings, but two separate transitions.
Yeah.
Seems like this guy got fucked over. Sorcerers went around like, well, I'd like to be kind of like that.
Yeah. They kind of like, okay, we could change this and actually
use this to our benefit.
Use this to our advantage and become like this half man, half goat.
I'm in pain. Estoy sufriendo. It's definitely interesting.
This is my place.
It's definitely interesting.
My place.
Look on, because what if you're, what's the point of these sorcerers becoming Huay Chivo?
Right.
What's the point? Because they're not out there attacking people.
If they're not doing it to attack people, why are they becoming? Is it just, or is it like they're trying to? Maybe they're not trying to be the Huay Chivo. Maybe they're just trying to sacrifice an animal to the devil, and the devil's like, "No, I'm gonna make you half goat. You go do this."
And they're over there going, "Yeah, we meant to do this.
That was a mistake. This
wasn't a mistake at all. We wanted to be like this.
We wanted to be this way.
I could climb mountains."
Monster.
That's monster.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, here's the Yucatan.
Yucatan, yeah, they're up the hills.
Oh. Yeah, sorry. Oh.
Totally okay. So I've got a couple of videos and I've got a couple of pictures.
All right.
And one picture we're very familiar with. So I'll show the other one first.
Okay.
Because again, we got a little overlap to another cryptid. So here's a picture. There's two pictures.
Okay.
They're different things.
Yeah.
But they were in the same place. So take a look at this.
Ooh.
Quiero hablar.
Now, I don't want to say nothing here, but I don't think that's a Huay Chivo.
Right. Now it says it can do a dog or a deer. It's not just a goat.
Okay, because I'm looking at that and I'm thinking more dog like.
I'm thinking more dog-like. But again, that's what it said. Now this one definitely, by the talking about it and whatnot, it definitely looks like a Huay Chivo. But I know we've used this picture for something else.
Yeah, we use this picture for the Wendigo? No.
It's not easy.
No, it's not easy to fall in love. It's not easy to fall in love.
See, you keep thinking that. I keep going, it's not easy being cheesy.
No, this is something
that's not
recently,
Wendigo,
like
the other one.
in the last couple months we've done this.
Yeah, it was not the Wendigo, no, not the Skinwalker.
No, it wasn't the Skinwalker. Like it was something recently.
What was it?
Hacia atrás.
Over there?
Hacia atrás.
Prison.
Backwards.
No. No.
Ella no se irá.
She won't leave. Who won't leave?
I know,
Serena?
but I'm married to her. She's not supposed to leave.
No, it wasn't the Skinwalker.
It wasn't the Mo'o, was it?
No, it wasn't the Mo'o. That was Hawaii.
I liked when you said no.
It was no for the
No,
Mo'o.
it's not the Mo'o. I don't know. I know I've seen this picture before. I know that we've done it with something. Oh, I know what I can do. Duh.
1905.
I'm all trying to look at stuff and I'm like, I could just go because I saved all the pictures
Oh,
from all the episodes.
that was it. The Chindi?
I'm wondering, but the Chindy's like a spirit, right? And that was one of our look backs.
Yeah.
So, because I was leaning toward that too. Let me grab the Chindy look back. Nope.
I know we used this picture before.
We have absolutely used this picture before. It's not the Yowie. Not the skunk ape.
I don't know.
No,
I can't remember which one it was, but it's definitely a crossover picture.
Yeah.
Young.
I know. It said young.
Libro.
Book?
Yes. Okay.
It can't be that far back. I know we did this.
I'm trying to think which one it was.
Huh.
Is this? Yeah, you know what I think this is? I don't think we've used this yet.
No, I could swear I've used this.
I don't think we have, but this is a picture that is very much widely used
Paul.
for the goat man.
Nope. Yeah, Skinwalker.
It was a skinwalker, huh?
Yep. We used it for the Skinwalker. But I mean, looking at this now, I'm kind of leaning to this being more Huay Chivo than Skinwalker.
Yes.
I like it for both because they're both shapeshifters. But very rarely does the Skinwalker become a goat.
No.
And this is more prominent with the Huay Chivo.
Yes, I would agree with that.
All right. So I got a couple videos. The first one you can't really see very well, but it's more audio, I think. So let's do that one first.
I was just getting ready to tell you to play that again.
It kind of sounded like hoof on the road.
Yeah, you can hear the hoof.
Yeah. It looks like it's on two legs.
Yeah, very much hunched over.
And then that's slow motion.
Interesting.
¿Qué me pasó?
I don't know what happened to you.
I was like, what happened? Or was like, what happened to me, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Getting my Spanish back.
Kinda.
All right, so here's another one. This one weird looking.
All right.
And it's a short video, so watch the right-hand side of the screen.
Okay.
As this gets going.
The hell? What the hell was that?
I don't know, but a dog like went around it like, what the fuck?
Sin energía.
Hell to the no.
Yeah, I'm not gonna sniff that butt.
Yeah. You know what they remind me of, though?
Hmm.
You know, when people put their arms and legs in the same hole and start walking around?
Yeah.
That's what that kind of reminded me of. But I don't know if that's what it was. I don't think it was Huay Chivo. That was a weird video for Huay Chivo.
Yeah.
Haha, I wasn't even talking this time.
Well, yeah, that was weird, bro. Every time you spoke, I mean, by syllables, it was doing the cold sensor. All right. So, do you have anything you want to share, or if not, then I think we're ready to score it.
Don't think,
because that's all I got.
I don't think I do. I think
Por
that's
favor, deje
kinda
de.
everything. Please stop. Okay, we'll stop looking at
We'll
these
score it.
videos and we'll score this thing. So size on this thing.
Yeah.
Madre.
Father.
Mother. Not padre. Madre.
It was madre.
Yeah.
Sounded like padre.
It
so close together. But
It
I
seems
think
like it's
it's
about
roughly human size. It's
yeah,
not.
roughly human size.
Yeah, there's no indication that it's taller than a human. It's
Sin.
yeah, it's a sin. So I guess we go
No es
5.
fácil.
It's not easy being cheesy. No es fácil.
Okay.
I would give this a 5 on the size.
Yeah. Okay, so speed.
Well, they don't really touch on how fast this thing moves.
No. So I don't see that.
Goats are pretty much faster than us.
Yeah, goats are faster, more agile too, obviously, since they can climb up mountains. But but yeah, I'm not going more than a 5 here.
No, I don't think we can.
Yeah.
It's because, like I said, it doesn't really touch base. It's not like the Lechuza was talking about keeping up with the car or anything like that. But I think they're probably faster than human.
Mm-hmm.
Evidence. Some decent stories.
Yeah, good stories. I got a little bit of
A little bit of
stuff,
photograph, a little bit of
a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Now it does say that you feel unbearable cold and smell rotten flesh with it too.
okay.
So
Yeah. All right.
yeah,
So we got to kind of put that in with the evidence there a little bit.
yeah.
So then I'm still not really high on the evidence. So
No, I'm I might be, because we gave
Oeste.
a 4,
yeah,
and I'm kind
kind of sitting around the same.
of sitting there around the same
You're
number.
listening.
I am listening.
I would be lower if it wasn't for the smell and
The
everything.
smell and the cold. I think
But
that's
I think with the smell and the cold, I think it kind of raises it up to that 4.
yeah,
For me.
yeah, I agree. Now aggression, it's aggressive to livestock.
Yeah, not necessarily aggressive to people.
Yeah,
Although it's kind of funny because they always tell you to, be aware of the Huay Chivo, stay away from the Huay Chivo and all that stuff. um,
yeah, because they do think that if you make contact with it, that
it can kill you.
the devil will be unleashed and come after you. And I think that
Le
could
dije.
spell possession. That could be like,
Yeah.
especially if it makes you sick, causes your death, things like that. I think
But
that
I
could
think
very well
the
be a possession.
aggression that'll go with more towards danger than anything. So, but I think the aggression here is not. It's not high for people, but it is high for livestock.
Yeah, I don't think it's aggressive, but I think the devil inside it is. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, that makes
Um,
sense.
So I might throw in, but yeah, I think it's the lowest of the night so far.
Yeah.
And I
Hmm.
mean, I guess a 5. I don't see it being much higher than that.
I don't like, I guess, a 5.
I'm guessing 5. I mean, if I
Prison.
because of the the possession thing and the devil inside him, maybe a 6, but I'm kind of like 4 or 5 area, I think.
Yeah, I was thinking actually a 4 to tell you the truth.
Yeah.
I'm kind of just below that mid range because again, it doesn't feel like there's a lot of aggression towards people, but there is towards livestock.
Yeah.
Like it hates it.
Yeah.
I
And
think
maybe
I'm
it's
at
getting even with all the goats because he got turned into one. Um, So the lore on this, and I think the lore is good here. 4.
Okay.
We're both 4.
¿Por qué estás aquí?
Why are you here?
I told you I live
lives
here.
here.
Why are you here? ¿Por qué está aquí? Mi casa.
Profundo.
Deep. That was deep.
Deep. That was deep. Bro.
Deep.
That was deep. Okay, so yeah, I think the lore is good. It goes back to ancient Mayans.
Yeah, the lore here is actually pretty decent.
Yeah.
Amigo.
Amigo, I appreciate you. I like
Marie.
I think the lore is actually pretty good here. Again, I think the lore is probably gonna be pretty good on all these.
Yeah.
Do I think the lore?
Yeah, is the lore better or the same as the Lechuza?
It feels like it goes further back than the Lechuza, but doesn't have as many stories.
Yeah.
Consistency as the Lechuza.
Yeah.
So I think I'm gonna go less than the Lechuza, and I'm not gonna go super less or anything like that, but I think I'm gonna go drop it to a 7 because I just don't think it's as good as the Lechuza.
Okay.
Where are you sitting there?
Yeah, I'm picking up a 7. That's good. I was like 7 or 8, and you were right there.
All right. So sightings. There's quite a few stories of sightings. There's
Stories of sightings. I've got a couple of
some
videos and a
weird
couple
video
pictures.
evidence.
Yep. So we got to take those into account.
Yep.
How are we? We gave the Lechuza a 6 for sightings. Are we about the same? Or do you think maybe a little less or a little more?
Let me look something here real quick.
Cerveza.
Up.
I really do like this right hand, the photo on the right hand side. I don't know about the left hand side, but the right hand side I kind of like.
Yeah.
And then I think the sighting is less like I don't know. There seems like there is some better photographic evidence of Huay Chivo, but there was better video evidence of Lechuza.
Yeah. I agree with that. Because I had 3 videos of the Lechuza.
Yeah.
And really only 1 picture.
Yeah.
And then I had 2 videos of the Huay Chivo
Cocina.
and 3 pictures.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think that kind of puts it in the same boat for me. So I think I'll match a 6.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm going at too. So audio. Not a lot of audio here.
Not a lot. I mean, you hear the hoof.
Yeah.
The hoof prints.
Got the hoof.
But I don't think it talks a whole lot. I don't think it makes a lot of sounds.
No, wasn't talking about making a lot of noise that way.
No, but it always talks about hearing its hoof beat on the road.
Yes.
And stuff like that. A lot of the sightings have to do with that.
Yeah.
So I will give points to that, but I don't think this is very high.
No, I'm thinking a 3 here.
Cold.
Yeah, I think and speaking of cold, going to the physical.
Yes.
Wow, I just said cold. People feel cold. And
cold,
we're going all senses, so there's the rotten smell too.
rotten smell, the attacking of livestock. I know it's not attacking people, but if it can kill a chicken.
Yeah, it can kill a chicken. It can kill a chicken. It can kill a
¿Cómo
human.
estás?
Oh, yeah,
But
bien,
then
bien.
there's
Bien, bien,
Hmm?
you too. Yeah, that's how I was doing. Say, ¿cómo estás?
oh good.
Bien, bien, you too. Yeah, if it can kill a chicken.
And then you got the possession, the
Yeah,
devil and the stuff. So I've got to lay claim to that.
yeah.
Okay, so this is actually higher than I thought it would be. I'm still not as high as what we've done,
No,
but I'm probably
I think I'm at a 7.
I think a 7. Yeah.
7. I think 7. I think 7's actually a really good score for the
Yeah.
physical object.
Yeah.
Emotional aspect.
I think there's some emotion.
There's some worrisome. I think people have a genuine worry. I don't know if they have a genuine fear.
No, they're just like, hey, don't make contact with them.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot. I think I'm gonna have to raise the physical up a little bit, because if you look at them, it'll give you warmth, pains, and then cause death. So they'll actually make you hurt and warm your body,
And can cause sickness.
and can cause sickness. So I think we got to go up on the physical, bro.
Yeah.
Arrodillarse.
No idea.
Neil.
Oh,
I don't like it.
I don't like it either.
I don't like it either. Is it a 1-point bump or a 2-point bump? Because you have to where it can cause death. I have to where it can cause sickness, but we both have to where it causes pain.
Yeah. And I also have to where it raises your body temperature up. So it
And raises the body temperature. Yes.
I think I'm 2 points. I think I got to go 9.
I have to agree with you there. I think I'm gonna have to give it a 2-point bump. I think it's worthy of the 9 there.
Yeah. Okay, so then going back to emotional, I think there's concern, but not genuine fear
Yeah.
for the Huay Chivo. It's just like, if you see it, just don't look at it.
Yeah. So
Don't
get away
make
from it.
contact. It's not trying to lure you out to kill you.
No.
It's not trying to, but if it feeds on chicken and cattle, so it can hurt you.
Yeah.
And if you look at it, the
Convicto.
devil inside it will come and get you. So, maybe a 4.
Dije.
I was. Yeah, I like a 4 here. I was thinking 4 or a 5.
Yeah.
Go dead center there with it.
Yeah. I'd be okay with a 5 too, but I was kind of leaning at the 4.
Well, I'm okay with the 4. I just don't think there's a lot of emotional aspect to this.
No, this is not like this is not like the Lechuza where people are like, dude, you hear baby crying, don't go outside.
Yeah. You hear that whistling, lock that fucking door.
Don't do it. This one's like, if you're walking along
Amenaza.
and you run into the thing, just don't look at it.
Yeah, threat.
You'll be okay.
Exactly. Amenaza, threat. Yes. Exactly.
Yeah, you're not trying to throw salt and chili powder at it.
Yeah.
Or cuss it out. So
yeah.
So yeah, okay. The last thing is the danger level. I think there's some danger. We talk about if it can kill cattle, it can kill human.
Yeah.
So there is something there.
The possession aspect of it.
Yeah. That's the
dangerous.
Key. Yeah, it can kill you.
It can kill you based off seeing it.
Yeah.
It can cause you to get sick. And sicknesses can be dangerous. Can be dangerous.
It sounds like it gives you flu-like symptoms.
Yeah, it's not a 10. It's definitely not a 10.
No, it's not a 10. I'm 6, maybe.
Viniendo a buscarme.
Okay.
Coming to get me.
Coming to get me.
Viniendo a buscarme.
What do you think? I
Come here.
Come here.
You said 6?
At 6. And that's kind of given a little bit. That's given a 5 to the possession, and then a 1-point bonus to, the fact that it's a possibility that it can physically harm you, but it usually doesn't.
Quiero uno.
I want one.
I want one.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're giving a 1-point bump to possible harm.
Yeah.
Vengativo.
Vengeful. No, I agree with that. 6 is a good number. I was trying to see if I was leaning more towards a 7. The more I thought about it, I wasn't. A 6 is a good number there. So what is that? 64?
No.
54?
53.
53. Wow. Huay Chivo, kaboom. Down to the floor you go.
Yeah.
You have now hit the bottom 4.
It's impossible.
It's impossible. No, it's not impossible. It's absolutely possible. So, yeah, it puts it tied with the Leshy.
Wow. Leshy, Chupacabra, Keylute, and
Yataveo is in there too.
Yataveo, that's right.
Yataveo, and then the Menhune is our lowest one.
Menhune.
Which makes sense because it's not a cryptid.
Not a cryptid. Speaking of
cryptids,
Lechuza.
Lechuza. Like real cryptid or
real
cryptid.
Myth?
I think it's real, bro. I think this is a real thing that and that explains why the Mexican and the Southern California people and all those guys, why they're afraid of this thing.
Yeah, this is RC all the way. Real cryptid for me.
Yeah.
There's too many stories. There's too much physical activity. There's too for it not to be. I mean, people are generally being affected by this, whether it be physically or emotionally.
Yeah.
I'm RC all the way.
Purgatorio.
In Purgatory, yeah. We talked about Purgatory on Scare Network. You're a little late on that one. Huay Chivo, Dave. Mythical creature, creature of legend, or is this a real cryptid here?
Yeah, I agree. I'm gonna say sorry. I think this is more myth than actual cryptid.
I have to agree with you. There's nothing really for me to support this based off the discussion, the research, and everything that tells me that this is a real cryptid. I think this is good stories to tell.
Yeah.
Keep your kids coming home at night, staying off the back roads, type of thing. But not necessarily.
I just think chances are if you see something like this, you're looking at more of a skinwalker type thing than a Huay Chivo.
Yeah. So we got one left, Dave.
We got one left.
It's your favorite.
It's the one, the one I wanted to save for last. Do you need a break or do you want to push through?
No, I got 3/4 of a beer and I don't have to pee.
I got about a third of a beer and I don't have to pee. So I might just stop and go get a beer really quick while we're in the middle of this, but we'll see if I can make it through. Okay. So coming up.
No puedes entender.
No puedes entender. You can't understand.
You can't understand. Yeah. Well,
You are funny.
thanks.
So yeah, we got the
Bring
wall.
this up. And whoops, taking of it. Got to bring up my stuff, my research.
Well, while you're bringing up research,
Oh.
the word Nagual derives from Nuwaddle word, Nuhuali, an indigenous religious practitioner identified by the Spanish as a magician. In English, the word is often translated as transforming witch, but translations without negative connotations include transforming trickster or just plain old shape shifter.
Nice.
Reloj.
But in a Mesoamerican folk religion, Nagual is a human being who has the power to shapeshift into their tonal animal counterpart. Nahualism is tied to the belief one can access power and spiritual insight by connecting with a tonal
Torturer.
animal within. And when they say tonal animal, they're basically speaking like in Native American terms as a totem animal.
Yeah. Well, our spirit animal. Yeah.
Or spirit animal. And of course, this animal is also depicted by when a person, what time of year, to the specific day of when a person is actually born. So that I found that very, very interesting on the wall. And again, it's probably my second favorite one that we're talking about tonight. And I'm including Scare Network because I just really liked the Lechuza. The I It's interesting how the beliefs system
Asylum.
for indigenous people translate all throughout North America and probably even South America and Central America. Can't forget about little Central America. There's a lot of tiny countries in there, like Panama. That's the only one I know, Panama. I know there's more in there. But I find it interesting that they talk about the tonal animal with this, and it kind of piqued my interest when I started doing the research on this.
Yeah, me too.
Ven
Now,
aquí.
just like people, though, come over here, Venaki. Just like people, though, the walls are not necessarily good or evil. The walls use their powers for good or evil according to their actual personality, which is just like any other person out there. General concept of Nahualism is pan-Mesoamerican. Nahualism is linked with pre-Columbian shamanistic practice throughout pre-classic Olmec and Toltec depictions that are interpreted as human beings transforming themselves into animals. You can tell I didn't write that. That was way too many big words.
The Olmecs were the earliest known major Mesoamerican civilization.
Yes.
And the Toltec culture was a pre-Columbian Mesoamerican culture that ruled a state centered in Tula, Hidalgo, Mexico,
Sofocar.
during the Epiclassic and early post-classic period of Mesopotamia.
Really?
So that's 950 to 1150.
Okay. Wow. That's still that's pretty old.
Yeah.
So the system, where did I leave off? Yes, okay.
Yeah.
So the system is linked with the Mesoamerican calendrical system used for divination rituals. Birth dates often determine if a person can become a Nagual. Mesoamerican belief in tonalism, where every person has an animal counterpart to which their life force is linked, is drawn upon Nahualism.
Yeah. So the Mesoamerican calendrical system is a 260-day year,
Yes.
which was used in pre-Columbian cultures for religious observances and social rituals, such as divination.
So the Nahual trait is acquired at birth, along with other characteristics associated with the person's birthday. Each day is associated with an animal that has strong and weak aspects. As I was saying, to the day this goes to. A person
Yeah.
born on Dog Day would have both strong and weak dog aspects. In the Nahuatl, the word tonali is used to refer both to a day and to the animal associated with that day.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot going into this the beliefs of Nahualism and everything here.
Mm-hmm.
¿Qué deseas?
I want everybody to subscribe to our show. That's what I want. What
Yep.
do you want, Dave?
Yeah, no, I want everybody to subscribe. That's a good one. I like that. We'll do that. And subscribe to the Filthy Lowdown. Do it.
Yeah. So in modern rural, I'm just gonna kind of skip through all this other stuff here. So in modern rural Mexico, Nahual is sometimes synonymous with a brujo, which is wizard, not to be confused with bruja, witch, one who is able to shapeshift into an animal at night, normally into a dog, owl, bat, wolf, or turkey. Drink blood from human victims, steal property, cause disease, and the like. In some indigenous communities, Nahual is integrated into the religious hierarchy. The community knows who is a Nahual, tolerating, fearing, and respecting them. Nawali are hired to remove curses cast by other Nawali. In other communities, the accusation of Nawalism may result in violent attacks on the accused by the actual community.
Castigado.
Castigado. Punished, yeah. Yeah, good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Punished.
Good word.
Yeah. So basically, they use Nawals to fight other Nawals.
Yeah. That was like, a white hat hacker fighting a black hat hacker. Same type of deal. It's like they get a good Nahual to fight a bad Nahual.
Yeah. Subsequently, many studies have described Nawalism in different Mesoamerican cultures, such as the Zocs and the Jacaltec, Kiich, Kakish,
Iche.
Kakiche, yeah,
Iche.
Kaikshe,
Yeah.
Kaikshe,
Oh, that one. The next one's weird.
Maya,
Yeah.
Saltal Maya, Zaltal Maya,
Celta.
Zaltal. Yeah, we're probably
Almost
killing
sounds
it.
like saltine. Celta Maya.
So among the Jacaltec, Nawals reinforce indigenism by punishing those who collaborate with non-indigenous Ladinos.
Oh, those are half breeds. Ladino people are a mix of mestizo or Hispanicized people in Latin America. So, and which is funny because mestizo is an actual word for half breed in Tagalog in the Filipino language.
Yeah. So basically, you're either pure native or you were of also Spanish blood, is by the conquistadors when they invaded. Is
Mhm.
basically what they're saying there.
Yeah. So yeah, if you weren't pure blood, then that was a problem.
Yeah. So in 1955, Gustavo Correa suggested Nahualism is not pre-Columbian, arguing that it was wholly imported from Europe, where he compared it to the medieval belief of in werewolves. However, shape-shifting folklore is not limited to Europe nor to the Middle Ages. For example, some of Earth's oldest literature, the Bronze Age, Eastern Semitic epic of Gilgamesh, and East Asia's Huljing, origin of this folklore is of unknown date, but 18th century at the latest, contains shapeshifters. The werewolf is neither the only nor the earliest form of folklorical uh, theranthropy, shapeshifting from human to animal or vice versa. So Gustavo Correa basically he's saying he believes this doesn't
Paso.
predate pre-Columbian times. He's like, nope, this derived from here. It didn't come from anywhere else. But
I
that would
don't like it.
be wrong.
No idea. No, it's funny. He finishes that. He concluded that in Oaxaca, the
Yeah.
belief in Nahuals as evil, shape-shifting witches is common in both indigenous and mestizo populations. According to Kaplan, the belief in animal spirit companions is exclusively indigenous.
Bones.
It sounded like bones, but that can't be right.
Ohms. Who? Ohms. Kaplan. It said
Kaplan.
who? Ohms.
Oh,
Who? No, we already
this
talked
is
about
for
Al.
some groups and communities, but for others, such as
So do owls in
mixes,
Mexico say ohms?
yeah.
Ohms.
Alms for the poor. I see now.
Instead of who? That's a bad joke, but it's funny.
Satan.
I would just say that to my
Satan.
mom. Comes home. Hey, Satan. Satan is
Yeah.
Satan, no matter what language you speak.
Satan
Dave.
is Satan. The practice of Nahualism is
Eres
often
un amigo.
accompanied by the use of hallucinogens, including peyote,
Go.
oyoliqui, and
Hold on.
psilocybin
You
mushrooms.
gotta stop. You gotta stop because it says ohms, which means who. And then it says Satan. It says, are you a friend? And yours says, we need to go.
Mine said I don't like it, and please go.
and now this is going on.
And now your temperature thing's going off.
Oh my lord. that was a good yep, don't like it.
Don't like it. I'm good.
Oh, go ahead, Dave. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. I
It's
had to stop
okay.
you. I had to stop you with what that said. Oh,
So
I don't even
that's
remember.
okay. Well, that's an interesting one. Okay, so say Nahual can be a personal guardian spirit believed by some Mesoamerican Indians to reside in an animal, such as a deer, jaguar, or bird. In some areas, the Nahual is an animal to which certain powerful men can transform themselves to do evil. Thus, the word derives from the Nahuatl word Nawali, disguise, applied to the animal forms magically assumed
Alicia.
by sorcerers. The person who is to receive his Nahual traditionally goes to an isolated spot and sleeps there. The animal that appears in his dreams or that confronts him when he awakes will thereafter be his particular Nahual. Among many Mesoamerican Indians, it is believed that the first creature to cross over the ashes spread before a newborn baby becomes that child's Nahual. The
Oh,
belief in Nahualism varies from religion to religion. In some areas, it's believed that only the most powerful leaders possess Nahuals. In others, all or most people have personal animal guardian spirits.
Kind of off topic, but not off topic. So, with this belief system, depending on the day that you're born, is what strengths and weaknesses you have. With some of those strengths being able to transform into other animals, it seems like.
Yes.
With some of those strengths or gifts, or how you say would, however you want to put it, would that be the ability to mediumship?
I don't know.
That'd be something I'd be interested in looking at.
Moverse.
Moreover, that's weird. Moreover, that's something I'd be interested in researching to see getting the Nagualism calendar that for their totems or totems. Is that what they call it? Not totems, but
Tonal.
tonals.
Their tonal animal.
Yeah, seeing where those lie on the calendar and the birth dates of some of these mediums, like Cindy Kaza and people like that, or shit, even you and me. I think you're more medium than I am. And seeing what animal that is, what the strengths and weaknesses are of the animal, and how that correlates with who they are or who you are, and see if that matches up. That'd be interesting. I
Adentro.
don't know. Just thought I had. Yeah, see what you got inside. Adentro. Go ahead, Dave. I know you're. Yeah, I was just thought that popped in my head while you were saying stuff.
So,
I'm stuck.
oh, I'm sorry you're stuck. So on a Sunday in October of 2013, a small church dedicated to Nuestra Senora de la Ascensión, or Our Lady of Ascension, held a special mass for the worried townsfolk of a sleepy seaside town of Chicxulub, Puerto,
Placer.
located on the northern coast of the Yucatan. It was a very hot day, but the church was packed with parishioners seeking for answers and comfort. Among the attendees was Alejandra, a gas station worker who had beheld a terrible sight just days before. A tall, clawed, hairy, growling creature crossed her path while she walked to work. Alejandra's encounter was tied to many horrible deaths of chickens throughout the town and surrounding area. Hundreds of chickens were found dismembered and half eaten with feathers and parts strewn about large areas. Soon after Alejandra's sighting and a few other brief sightings about town, the people in the town had collectively come to the conclusion that the strange creature lurking in their area and destroying their poultry was the demonic Nahual. And says the modern Mexican folklore idea of the Nahual is a cryptid on par with Bigfoot or the Chupacabra, has generated recent interest from cryptozoologists or those who study unknown animals, and is much different from the Nahual of old. The concept of the Nahual has seemed to shapeshift from the times and has been used to describe any number of hideous evil creatures spotted throughout Mexico's backcountry and mostly relegated to darker hours of the day. Few common threads in the modern Nahual story is that it is big and hairy, makes growling or howling noises, and has a snout of a dog or sometimes the face of a cat. The Nahual is blamed for disappearances of animals or people and the destruction of property. Today's version of the Nahual is not what we see in the historical record. Some claim that the Codex Borgia, a pre-Hispanic
Eres
pictographic,
graciosa.
features Nahual. The Codex, which is essentially a calendar book created by Aztec scribes and used for purposes of divination, contains no written. And this is where I wanted to talk about. They talk
Can
about
you hear
how
him?
divination is part of their thing,
Yes.
and that's essentially maybe not mediumship, but it's definitely psychic ability to be able to foretell the future. Contains no written
And yet-
language, no explanation of the figures claimed to be Nahuals. Most likely, the claim of modern day analysis is that those images are shapeshifters, but that is not accurate. The word Nahual is definitely pre-Columbian in origin and various languages in Mesoamerica. Yeah, so the language of the Aztecs, the word Nahuali, which means sorcerer or magician or enchanter, and the word Nahualoti, which means magic, enchantment, or witchcraft. Okay, yeah, to tell fortunes or predict the future. So in Quiche Maya language, we have Nahual, a witch or sorcerer, and the word Nahualin, which means to tell fortunes or predict the future.
Where are
Interesting.
we?
That's kind of going what I was talking about.
Yeah. The first mentioning of Nahual or Nahualism by Europeans was in 1530 in a writing by Antonio de Herrera called Historia de las Indias Occidentales.
Oh,
He
yeah.
was reporting specifically on the
No lo
Maya.
entenderás.
Translated from Spanish, the author writes, the devil was accustomed to deceive the natives by appearing to them in the form of a lion, tiger, coyote, lizard, snake, bird, or other animal. To those appearances, they apply the name Nahuales. Bless you.
That's me. Sorry.
Which is as much to say guardians or companions. And when such an animal dies, so does the Indian whom it was assigned. The way such an alliance was
What?
formed was thus: the Indian repaired to some very, I think that's retired to some very, secluded spot, and there appealed to the streams, rocks, and trees around him, and wept, implored for himself the favors that had conferred by the ancestors. He then sacrificed a dog or a fowl, and drew blood from its tongue or ears or other parts of its body, and then turned to sleep. Either in his dreams or half awake, he would see some one of these animals or birds have mentioned, who would say to him, on such a day, go hunting, and the first animal or bird you see will be my form, and I shall be your companion and Nahual for all time. Oh, that is a cool picture. But
Which one?
it's a picture of like a half man, half jaguar.
Yeah.
It's drawn, but it looks really cool.
Wali or magician is he who frightens men and sucks the blood of children during the night. He is well skilled in the practice of his trade. He knows all the arts of sorcery and employs them with cunning and
Imbécil.
ability, but for the benefit of men only, not for their injury. Those who have recourse to such arts of evil intents injure the bodies of their victims, cause them to lose their reason, and smother them. These are wicked men and necromancers.
Estás escuchando.
There's a lot going on in here.
Yeah.
Let's see this.
I think there's a whole bunch in this article, but it's really like, history, the use of witchcraft with it.
Even chimes in on paganism.
Yeah. Which, essentially that's what, they talk about this being religious figures in indigenous culture, which basically means shaman that are having this. And it says this practice still exists among medicine men.
Yeah.
Let's say sorcerers will make little images of rags or clay, then stick into them the thorn of maguey and place them in some secret place. You can be sure that the person against
How do you
whom the
feel?
conjuration is practiced will feel pain in the part where the thorn is inserted. This is just another spell. But the Nagual practice is still being done. And then it says the Nagual is generally an old Indian with red eyes who knows how to turn himself into a dog, woolly, black, and ugly. The female witch can convert herself into a ball of fire. She has the power of flight, and at night will enter the windows and suck the blood of little children.
Yeah.
Mario.
That's Clarity or
No, that was
something.
Mario.
Oh, it was Mario. I thought it was Clario. Might as well be Luigi.
Here's an interesting. So this is from August 12th, 2020. This hit the Mexico Daily News. Residents of a town in Veracruz venture out to hunt a mythical narwhal. Dozens of residents of Soledad del Doblado, a town located about 30 kilometers inland from the port of Veracruz, went on the hunt for a narwhal Monday night. Men, women, and children armed with rocks, shovels, and guns left their homes to kill or drive away the mythical creature that, according to legend, is half human, half animal, drinks human blood, and causes all manner of ills, including disease. The search for the shapeshifter was broadcast on Facebook Live as frightened residents congregated around a palm tree where someone said the creature was hiding. Now, I got the picture of the palm tree here. Dogs barked frankly as people pointed flashlights
Mario.
into the fronds. When one person said he saw the narwhal, identified as a gray mass, another began firing a pistol into the area in which the imaginary creature was said to be hiding. Be careful, he can do something to you. Don't know what might happen, shouted a frightened woman. They have the whole YouTube thing on here. The whole video. Meanwhile, the gunshots drew the attention of police who asked people not to fire guns into the air and to return to their homes and respect coronavirus protocols. Oh, coronavirus protocols. Yeah, this was 2020.
Yeah.
The legend of the Nawal is linked to pre-Columbian and shamanism, and the word is derived from the word Nawali, which means sorcerer or magician. It just goes on to what we're talking about. Sightings of walls and other mystical creatures are relatively common across Mexico. In April of this year, residents of Oaxaca del Espinosa, Chiapas, were kept awake for several nights by the howling of a narwhal they claim is half man, half wolf, and offered photos of claw marks on the grounds as proof. And in June, residents of Arrega, also in Chiapas, captured a man who ran on all fours as they chased him through town. Video footage showed the partially clothed man in what appeared to be jail cell making strange braying noises and attempting to bite the bars. Residents
I
say
have
he
that
was
video.
what's that?
I have that video.
Residents say he was a Noel and used witchcraft to turn himself into a wolf at night, while some internet users believe the video is proof that the creature exists. Others says drugs, not witchcraft, were responsible for his odd behavior. But yeah, this is the palm tree they were shooting
Karma.
at. I'm looking at this. Well, you see the mist thing, right?
Yeah.
I guess that's what they were shooting at up in this palm tree. I can't honestly explain what that is.
Yeah, look, I see like an eye on the right side, so it's like it's
Yeah.
No es probable.
not
Not
probable.
Not likely.
I know. It looks like I see a face there, which is interesting. I think it's a very interesting thing. So I've got a couple pictures. Take a look at this
All right.
one.
Go ahead. That is crazy looking, bro.
Mesa.
You know, it's funny because I mean, if you don't think about the size as a factor, what do you think that is?
I would think it's like a greyhound or something.
That thing is standing halfway up a 8-foot door.
Yeah.
When
Tranquilizarse.
I look at that,
If
standing
one,
like 4 foot at the shoulder, I would probably think.
yeah,
Probably
a weird
another
looking Great Dane.
5 foot at the top of the head, maybe 5.5 feet at the top of the head with that long ass neck it has. If I didn't know how big the chupacabra is, I would say that was a chupacabra.
Okay, I see where you're going with that.
But we all know the chupacabra is like that big.
It's a bitty.
Yeah, bitty.
It's like it's a Chihuahua cabra.
Yeah, Chihuahua cabra.
And then this is the other picture that was supposed to be a Nagual. I was like, that's weird looking.
That is really weird looking. I don't know if that's dude wearing a suit or what, but that looks more alien to me.
I would say alien. That looked like an alien.
Evidently, that photo is a betrayal, Dave.
I guess so. I'm calling them like they see them. So,
but maybe mid transformation,
maybe
has no face. You know, I could see something like that.
Yeah. All right. So I've got a few videos.
All right, I love videos. Videos are great.
Okay. So let's take a look at this one.
Definitely in tune with the dogs.
Yeah.
Like they're all about him. Like
Yeah.
he's part of the pack.
Yeah.
So maybe the dog was his tonal animal.
Maybe. Okay, here's the one with Mr. Growly Snarly biting on the bars.
Okay.
Check this one out.
Así en 4 patas corrió desde mi barrio hasta la forma. Atravesó el río para la chuchada allá, güey. Se oía la ladradera de la chuchada donde venía el verde.
That's freaky, bro. I don't even know what to make on
Desear.
I
What should I do?
what do you think about that video?
Bro, that sound that dude was making, that was crazy.
Yeah.
That's what caught me right off the bat. I was like,
What should I do?
You know, and at first I was like, his head was
It's a
down. And I was thinking,
velociraptor.
yeah, and I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
But I was like, is he really making that sound? Because his head would drop right before
Yeah.
he'd make the noise. And it wasn't until he climbed up on the bars, he was like, and I was like, okay, he's really making that sound.
Yeah. Yeah, that was
He's chewing on the bars, and I was like, and his teeth are jagged, and I was like, that's crazy.
that was a crazy one.
That's crazy.
Do you think okay, yeah, drugs can be involved. Don't get me wrong.
Yes.
I've seen people on drugs. It could definitely be drug related. But we're not here talking about drugs. We're here talking about the paranormal.
Although that may come into play in the physical object category, because
yeah,
drugs do accompany the whole process of finding your tonal spirit.
yes. Well, peyote and all that good stuff. Oh yeah.
Arrepentirse.
Is that regret? Okay. Is that Nagual? Or do you think that might have been a form of possession going on?
That's interesting.
I don't know. That was a creepy video.
Yeah.
I like those videos. Those were good. Great finds, bro.
Thanks, bro.
Great
I got 3
finds.
more.
You got 3 more.
I got 3 more. Let's go.
One. This was your favorite one. I see how it works.
No, esa vaina se está moviendo. Ey.
Ajá, compa, ¿eso qué será, mi vale? ¿Tú qué dices de eso?
Wait.
No nos acercamos más, ¿qué?
No, enciende mejor las luces. Enciende las luces.
Mira para ver qué es eso. ¿Estás grabando, compa? No sé, yo no me atrevo a coger para allá.
Asylum.
Compa.
Ajá, mi vale.
será eso?
entonces, no sé si nos devolvemos, ¿qué? ¿Tú qué dices?
Ponle la luz alta para
They're
ver.
like, I don't want to go up to it.
Compa, yo no me atrevo a pasar para allá, mi vale. Pero háblame, nos devolvemos, ¿qué?
Espérate ahí, me voy a bajar, espérate.
Mira para ver. Pero no vayamos para allá, ¿tú qué dices?
Ey.
Entonces, mi vale. Compa, creo que está más cerca, compa, creo que está más cerca. ¿Tú qué dices?
Ey, sí.
No sé, marica, yo como...
No, marica, ya me dio miedo, compa. Ya me dio miedo. Ey.
He's
Look at it.
right closer.
No, esa vaina se está moviendo.
Stand up.
Ey.
I was like, what the heck?
No,
Those are
vamos.
bat-wing like things.
Yeah. Well, it's like, I mean, and there's like something else, like it's huge, like it's a giant
Yeah.
bat or something.
Yeah, that's why I was like, that's
With the ears and shit. I was like, what the hell is that?
that.
Alicia.
Yeah, let's see. That's a weird one, bro.
It's a weird one. All right, I got 2 more.
Could have been a sick dog.
I don't know, but it looks like the dog just appears in the middle of the road.
Did it, or is it coming out of the shadow? Play it again.
It could be coming out of the shadow, but it looks like the dog just appears. But then there's that sound like Mr. Bitey Bars made, and I was
Yeah.
like,
I
is that
say
the
you
thing?
hear the noise of it, and then, but what I saw is
I'm like looking in the shadow, and I'm like, I don't see it until it starts to kind of emerge from the shadow. like it's part of the shadow and then it comes out.
Does it look bigger and then all of a sudden it looks like a dog?
Like a regular dog. Yeah.
¿Quién es él?
Who is he? That's Dave.
Yeah. Do you want to see it again?
Yeah, I want to see it again because I gotta look at that again.
Okay.
Yeah, there's it screaming.
Hola.
Toward the end of the shadow.
Look
Yeah, it
how
just kind of
big it
appears.
looks. Yeah, you look how big it looks, and then all of a sudden,
It's
now a regular
like,
dog.
I'm just a regular dog.
Like even the shadow transforms when it's coming out.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird. That's a weird one. That's a weird one, and it's making that same damn noise, which
Yeah.
that bugs me too.
Yeah.
Another
All right, I
good
got one more.
Another good find. Another like thing, isn't it?
Watch this. Let's let it down.
That's interesting. That's interesting. That's almost. It's not as weird as that other bat one, but it's.
I know, but it looks like a giant bat. Like,
yeah,
dude.
very much so.
I mean, considering you got an animal for every day of the year.
Yeah, as I say, every day.
I think the bat is very possible as a Nagual.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean that other bat one was freaking weird.
That was weird. So yeah, that's what I got. You ready to score it?
I think it's that time, Dave. I think it is that time.
¿Qué año es?
So
What
the
year
first
is it?
category here, KNOS. Yeah, what year is it? So of course the first was 2023. Sorry, I didn't mean to ignore you there. Is size
2023.
23.
2023. All right, so size on this thing, I think it can be bigger than human.
Size I think is probably one of the hardest things to score on here because
It all depends on the
can
animal
vary.
that it's.
Depends on the day you're born, depends on the animal. I mean, shit, you could be born on an elephant day and
Holy crap.
narwhal running through the streets of Mexico.
I'm a narwhal. Or I'm a giant bat. I'm a giant fucking bat. Jesus.
What's that giant whale beached on the shore?
John dressed up as a furry.
Hey, don't be talking about my Monday nights over there, Ruben.
Yeah. We're not going to talk about Tuesday tranny day.
Hey, I'll bring your bike over as soon as my daughter's playing, cars with it. We talked about gnomes a couple weeks ago. You're a little late there, Ruben.
Yeah. So yeah, size is tough. I almost want to put an asterisk on this, but
yeah, because I mean we have to score it because that's what we do. But I
can't. I mean, I got to go. I think it's going to be human size. I mean, unless it transforms.
Yeah.
But
Why is she here?
I can't say there's going to be an elephant day, but there's got to be a larger, like a bear or something like that as a spirit animal. And we saw, if I was going to put a number on it, I'd do something probably still middle range, but high middle, and I'd probably go 6.
That's kind of where I was going. I was thinking I can go high middle and go 6 here. I can't go higher than that because I don't want to go lower than that because we're all about the maximization of the potential here. So I'm gonna go 6. Again, speed is also going to be subjective to depending on your
Depending on the animal. I mean,
if you're born on tortoise day, if you're born on tortoise day, you're kind of screwed, you know.
If you're born on owl day, then you're as fast as a lechuza.
Yeah.
If you're born on dog day, then you're probably as fast as a chupacabra.
Yeah.
So those are 7.
Days.
So I mean, again, John filming the part 2 of what does the fox say?
Ritual.
That was good. I
mean, I kind of want to throw another 6 at this because
I think we kind of have to.
Yeah. Because it's really it could range. I know we want to try to go for maximum, but it's not like it's one creature that can reach that size, like our Lechuza, which is an owl creature, but it could be up to 7 feet tall.
Yeah,
with a 15-foot wingspan. This is like, it could be a dog, it could be a bear, it could be a jaguar, it could be a lion, it could be a it could be a bird, it could be a bat, apparently. It could be,
it's
there's really no telling.
Alexis.
Alexis. Well, that's nice. Welcome to the show. Okay, so evidence. I really think there's some decent evidence here.
I think this is best evidence of the night. I don't know if
really well counting Scare Network.
Not counting Scare Network.
I was gonna say I don't think it's that high.
No,
but I think it's good. It's definitely, we've done 4 so far. I think this is higher.
I would probably with just
significantly higher.
The pictures, the videos, the accounts, stories. I think this is an 8. Do I want to go 8? I think I want to go 8.
I'm thinking, I was like 7 or 8, and I'm kind of leaning toward 8 myself.
Yeah, I think I want to go 8 here. I think this is 8 worthy.
Miguel Ángel.
Oh, first and last name.
I'm gonna say, well, it sounds like Angel Michael or something.
Miguel Angel.
Yeah. Miguel is Michael, so the Archangel Michael.
Interesting.
Aggression
here. Now, this again, I think is a hard one to pick because it depends on.
Well, this one depends on the personality of the person. So it could either be good or evil.
Yeah. So I'm gonna categorize this right there with size and speed.
So
and I'm gonna have to give it the 6.
Yeah, I agree. I think the lore is great.
You know what?
On this.
I'm sorry. I don't have a lot of faith in humanity. I'm gonna bump it to a 7.
Bump it to a 7. Okay, let's go. I'm down for that. People suck. If you're gonna become a Nagual, you probably have bad intentions.
That is kind of where I'm going with that.
Yeah. Okay. So back to the lore. I think the lore is awesome here.
The lore is phenomenal here. For the live show, I think this is the best lore.
Yeah.
And with saying that, I'd give it a 9. It's not. I still don't think it's a 10. Oh, but is it a 10 though, Dave?
Is it a 10 though, bro? Because I think I might be
the first people. Go back to the first people, Dave.
It goes
And it's
back to 650.
Yeah, consistent all the way through.
Yeah. There's sightings all the way up to 2020.
Yeah, I know.
There's
They went hunting in 2020.
Yeah, they went hunting for it. Shot an old lady.
I'm gonna give us a 10. I'm gonna give this a 10. I think I have to give this a 10, right?
Yeah. I was at a 10, so I was just waiting for you to meet me. Come pick me up at the 10, bro. I'm waiting.
Yeah. Let me talk myself up. Sightings.
Sightings are pretty good. I've got some stuff.
We got some stuff.
Discrepar.
Disagree.
I think this is the best of the night. Yeah, I think this is the best of the night, not including the Scare Network.
Not including Scare Network.
It's not quite there.
Not quite Scare Network level.
I think I'm at an 8. I could argue for a 9, but I think I'm at an 8.
I like an 8 here. I think with the evidence supports that really good at an 8.
Yeah. And dude, what about the audio?
Hang
on, let me
and like the audio at the same time.
Let me refresh your memory.
I hate that noise.
We got that on multiple videos. I like the consistency there.
But yeah, I think
Goodbye.
I think this is a 9.
Oh, it's good score, bro.
I think the audio here matches with the Lechuza.
Yeah, no, I'm down for that.
Proteger.
Physical. I think we're
physical object.
I love the whole, spirit animal becoming the narwhal based on the day of the year. So the calendar's got to come into play.
Yeah.
And this is the Mesoamerican calendar, which is 260 days. And that's like divination and seeing in the future and stuff.
Oh yeah.
I'm digging that. I like that, hallucinogenics are involved usually with finding your spirit animal. Yep. Or they say you have to sacrifice a dog or something and then cut its tongue and drain the blood from its tongue.
I told her.
Or ear or something like that in order to invoke the spirit and have them go, okay, you go hunting, first animal you see, that's going to be your narwhal. And I dig all that. I think that's cool. I know it's more lore, but I've got to lend some claim to the object there. I don't think I'm matching the physical of the other two, though. And I don't know if you agree with me on that.
No, I agree there. The physicalness,
because we got a 9 and a 10, bro, and I just don't think it adds up to that.
No,
but I think 7 or 8 is kind of where I'm at.
You got the story where it mutilates hundreds of chickens.
Yeah.
Chimenea.
You got the story where they God, what was it? The one in the 30s or whatever.
Yeah.
2013, I'm sorry, with the church and how they were doing like the whole
chicken, and they saw
the chickens and all that. They did the thing because they saw it. And it destroys property. That's
destroy property. Yeah.
Animals, people, and property.
I'd go an 8.
I think an 8's good. I'm down for an 8. I didn't figure on the destruction of property, so I've got to count that. Emotional.
They hunted one down, Dave. Like
Mine says I'm not sure, and I'm not sure.
the,
Part of
the,
me,
the
part of me's
city
fine,
went
part
on
of
a
me's low.
narwhal hunt.
Yeah.
Techo.
Date?
Roof. Techo. Roof.
Oh, roof. I can't quite
Yeah.
catch it. Like I think it says fecho, which is date.
Yeah.
Um,
I think the emotional aspect here, I think it's still affecting people to this day, at least until 2020.
yeah.
I think it goes to this very day though. I think there's a fear. I think
Well,
there is
yeah, 'cause, I mean, in 2013, they had a church thing.
yeah. I think there's also a lot of confusion of what these things are, whether they're good or evil. Um,
Yeah,
I
I
think
think it could
I think they
be.
treat them all as evil when they
Yeah,
don't necessarily need to be.
and I like that they bring in a good Nahual to take on an evil one.
Yes, I like
That's
that
kind of
as
cool. I don't know
well.
if that lays into emotion, but
It goes into their state of mind. Yeah, I think. Yeah, which is usually emotional.
Curioso.
So, curiosity. Yeah, curious. Yeah. Uh, I I don't think I'm at an 8 like I was with the Lechuza though.
no.
I think I'm
And
that high.
But I am higher than a 4, which was the Huay Chivo.
I'm higher than a 4.
So I mean, we're dead center is at a 6, and that's
Kyle.
That
that's
seems
Kyle.
about right.
I think I'm good with a 6.
Yeah.
And the last thing is the danger level.
I hate to say this, but you almost have to put the danger level because that's gonna depend on the personality of the person
Dañar.
that's the novel.
It's going to depend on the personality of the person. So I mean, are we throwing another 6 at it?
No, because again, I don't have a lot of faith in humanity. I'd be higher than
Yeah.
a 6.
Okay, so we go 7 like we did with aggression.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. Okay, I'm down for that.
So what does that give us?
All right, that gives the Nahual a 75.
Oh, just shy
Just shy.
of the Lechuza.
That's good. You called it this week, bro.
I was just my
Yes,
favorite one.
I love the Nahual though. It's just there's so many variables that we can't really determine size or speed or or even aggression or danger or any of that. So we have to put something in the middle of the road for all that.
Yeah. Yeah. I yeah. It's with the variables of the human aspect to it, it kind of hurts the score, I guess. I think it has the potential of being way higher than what it is, honestly. I could see
I mean, on its high
I
end, I could see 80s
I
if
could
it's
see 8 more points or
yeah,
easily.
yeah. I could see it hit. I could see it hit the 80s with if it's a fully evil,
Yeah.
big nasty.
Yeah.
It gets with wings, size, speed, danger, aggression, boom. And I think it could easily be an 80, 82 and 83.
Yeah.
Pathetic.
I
So,
know.
myth or real cryptid?
Man, I gotta say real cryptid here. I can't.
Eres graciosa.
I think I'm with you there. I think this I think this is a real cryptid.
Yeah.
There's just there's too much all the way up until today's date. It's
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it goes back. Yeah. Oh, dude, we didn't talk about it in the future.
Excavar.
Hold on a second.
Who's howling?
It's here.
Oh,
Fuego.
dog.
Anyway, I don't think we talked about its the divination or its foretelling of the future.
No, I mean we did, but we didn't talk about it when it came down to scoring.
Yeah.
Where would you put that in scoring? Would you put that in the physical object?
Yeah, I guess. I don't see. I mean, I thought maybe emotional at first, but I don't think that fits
What should
there.
I do?
Honestly, I mean the
I
right
think the
category for
future
it
is a physical
sport.
thing. So if it foretells the future, I think it's.
Yeah,
I think that makes it physical.
yeah.
So
I can
would you?
give it a 1 point bump there, I
Yeah.
think.
I think I wouldn't do more than 1 point.
I'm just looking everywhere else of where that could change something.
Calificado.
Qualified.
Hmm.
I don't think it would bump the
It would change
danger up.
anything else. I mean, you can argue that if it could tell the future, it would make it more dangerous because it knows
Yeah.
what's coming. You could argue that it would make it faster because it knows which way to go to get you. But
Yeah.
I don't see that as warranting adding points.
No.
Mónica.
As much as I would like to beat the Lechuza, I don't think it does.
It's at a 76 though. It got closer.
76 though, that's good. That's solid, bro.
Yeah, that I told you that tonight was probably gonna be a good night for the cryptids. I think it was. We had the one low one with the Huay Chivo, but Lechuza, Nagual, Scare Network,
Yeah.
those scored pretty decent, especially the one on Scare Network.
Yeah. So yeah, the Nagual is in 8th place and the Lechuza is in 5th.
Wow, on a 2-point difference.
Yeah.
That's a big change on a 2-point difference.
Yeah. But yeah, there's two dudes. There's a Nagual's a 76. Yeah. There's two dudes sitting at 77. So
wow.
and that's the Yowie and the Thunderbird.
Okay. All right.
Jacket.
All
I'm a
right.
cold.
Well,
Precaución.
that is tonight's show. Next week is Dave's birthday show.
Dave's Feliz cumpleaños in Spanish. My happy birthday. So yeah. So what we're going to do is
Yes.
yes, yes, it is my birthday episode. So
Yeah.
what we're going to do is a break from the norm.
Yep.
We're going to combine my two worlds, the world of Spiros of Spirits with the world of the 4K Lowdown.
Yep.
And we're going to take paranormal movies and score them as if they were real haunted locations or cryptids.
Or cryptids, yes.
So I have selected some, maybe not my favorite horror movies of all time, but some great paranormal movies that would make good haunted locations or cryptids.
Yeah.
And then we're going, we'll watch the movies and we're going to score the movie as if that's real footage.
Yes. That's going to be super good. That's gonna be fun.
Oeste.
I can't wait. I can't wait. And then after that, we're gonna return back to Mexico and talk about the haunts of Mexico
Yeah.
the following. But man, I am looking forward to the birthday bash here, Dave, because I don't know. I think it's gonna be really interesting combining both your worlds into one show, seeing how these movies score as real locations or cryptids. It's gonna be interesting. And the one that I hadn't seen before that you had me watch, that was good. That's gonna be fun to score.
Yeah.
That's gonna be
That was
really fun to
that was
score.
cool. I mean, that is by far my favorite Bigfoot movie of all time. So
That's gonna be fun to score.
so that was really fun. It was really fun to have you watch, and I can't wait to score. I can't wait to watch it again. I'm probably going to check it out along with the other movies. I mean, I've seen them, a bunch of times, but
Oh
I'm
yeah.
gonna watch them again and basically kind of jot down how I would score things
Oh nice.
based on what we see. So that's going to be fun.
All
I'm looking
right.
forward to it, bro. It's going to be fun. So you guys, we're going to do 5 movies.
Yeah. 5 movies next week that we're gonna score as real.
Because I think we could probably put some still photos
Ocultación.
right from the movie, but we won't be able to do any video or audio because then we'll get dinged by YouTube.
with copyright, yeah.
Yeah. But like pictures from the movie, we could do that. So
Foolish.
might be foolish, but we're gonna take a shot.
We're gonna take a shot.
We're gonna take a shot at it. But I mean, I've done that with my reviews and stuff, and I've never been dinged on it. So
Yeah.
I think we'll be fine with that.
Yeah.
And then we'll use that as kind of our sightings evidence of our
Yeah.
manifestations or whatever. And
Oh yeah.
and I think that'd be cool.
It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
And we're gonna have the 4K Lowdown YouTube channel and the Spiritual Spirits YouTube channel live at the same time.
Right.
That's gonna be interesting too.
We gotta make sure that we can do. Oh no, we can do that.
Yeah.
We just probably have to take off Twitter though.
I'm gonna
'Cause I think
drop
we only
Twitter
do
off.
3.
Yep. I'm gonna drop the Twitter off and bring in your YouTube channel for that one, and it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
Yeah.
Uh
That'll be fun. I can't wait to get that scheduled and I'll just on my Facebook and Twitter page I'll just put links to the YouTube thing
yeah.
and then we'll hopefully we'll have a pretty good turnout.
It's gonna be good. It's gonna be
Yeah.
good.
All right, let's get
All right,
out of here,
folks.
bro.
Yeah. So of course want to thank Spotify for podcasters for allowing us to put our voices out there. They take the live audio feed from our broadcast here and put it out to great places like Spotify, Google Podcasts, Breaker, Pocket Cast, Radio Public, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music. I think Dave even uses Crashbox. So lots of different places that you can hear us out there.
Yeah, I
They do
use
it all completely for-
Castbox.
Yeah,
I think
Castbox.
that's the only one different is I use Castbox.
And then and they do that completely free for you. It's a great way to start your podcasting career. Not only do you get to learn how to become a podcaster, but they give you the potential for growth. So as you grow more, they start sponsoring you and things like that, and you just keep going on from there. So it's a great way to stick around with them as well. And of course, we want to thank StreamYard. StreamYard is what allows us to do our multicasting to our YouTube page, which is Spirit Spirits with John and Dave, or just at Spirits with Spirits. Our Facebook page, which is Spirits with Spirits. And then, of course, Twitter, which is Spirits with Spirit. You can check us out live on any one of those on any Sunday night, except for after June 11th, between June 11th and August 13th. We won't be here.
Actually, yeah, our last show will be June 4th.
June 4th is our last show for mid-season break.
We're breaking for the summer, but we will be posting videos.
Yes.
So, definitely stay tuned for that, but no live streams between June and August. We'll be back on August 13th.
Yes. So Dave, I think it's like you like to say, make like a baby and hit out.
Yep. Or make like horse shit and hit the trail.
Hit the trail.
But yeah, I think
like
that's
a tree,
right.
leave.
Make like a tree and get out.
Living room.
Or I'm gonna go in my living room, as a matter of fact, as soon as I'm done.
Yeah.
I want to thank you guys for watching Spirits with Spirits. This was Cryptids Part 8.
Yeah.
Tune in next week for our, my birthday extravaganza. Hopefully you guys like it. Until then, be safe, be scary, and
Try
enjoy
not to be
life,
hairy.
because you only get one. Unless, of course, you believe in reincarnation, and then oh well. Yes,
Yes, a bunch.
it's not too late to not be a dick.
That's true.
All right, see you, everybody.
Get you later, everybody.
Spirits.